The clock above the counter says 2:15. Miss Perky's pouring coffee like she always used to. Rain taps time on my window pane, and the jukebox starts whispering your name again. You left your lipstick on a chipped white cup, so don't wait around, I ain't coming back. Then you cross Main Street in the pouring rain, caught the last bus rolling southbound out of town. I sat there frozen with a nickel in my hand, while Ruby's old record spun with the band. Every note sounded like the words you said, every drum beat shook the promises dead. Johnny Black came in with grease on his sleeve, said some women stay and some women leave. I told him love was a crooked game. He dropped one coin and played our song again. The whole room turned when the singer cried that low blue line about a last goodbye. I tried to laugh, but my voice came thin, because the jukebox knew where you had been. It knows the night we met beneath that neon glow, and those lies we told and the roads we never go. I can unplug the wall, I can break every chain, but that old machine keeps calling your name. The jukebox knows your name, it plays it slow and low. Every record turns the knife a little deeper as it goes. I can drown you in coffee, I can hide you in the rain, but every song in neon county brings you back to me again. The jukebox knows your name, and it won't let me forget. It keeps spinning all the words I ain't forgiving yet. At 3 o'clock the truckers cleared the room, leaving cigarette smoke and cheap perfume. Sherry Boone tipped his hat and paid his due, then asked Miss Pearl if she had heard from you. She wiped the counter, never raised her eyes, said people leave for 100 reasons why. But I saw her glance at the empty seat where you used to tap your shoes against the beat. I found your letter beneath the sugar tray, folded twice like you planned to run away. It said I loved you once, maybe always will, but love turns cold when the whole town stands still. You were born for this counter, this song. I need a road where nobody knows what I've done. The ink had bled where the raindrops fell, or maybe where your tears had touched farewell. Now the needle drops and the piano moans, the saxophone cries like a midnight train. I know you're gone, but the room stays the same, and that old machine keeps calling your name. The jukebox knows your name, and it plays it slow and low. Every song in Neon County says the things I can't let go. I can hide you in the rain, but it brings you back again. At 4:15 the thunder rolled away, a pale blue line began to split the gray. Miss Pearl locked the door and dimmed the lights, said son, you can't live forever in one night. She pulled your favorite record from the row, you can keep it or you can let it go, but no song can make a lost heart walk back in. Then she set that black disc spinning again. I carried the record to Salvation Creek, where the water ran dark and the willow trees creak. I held it over the current below, but my hands were not open or let it go. The label was faded, the edges were worn, like every dream we had before the morning. So I tucked it beneath my jacket tight and walked toward the diner in the newborn light. Play it once. Play it once, guitar, soft and mean like a memory trapped in a broken machine. Let the piano stumble, let the saxophone cry, let the bass walk home while the last stars die. Maybe someday in a town out west you'll hear our song and remember the rest. Will you picture two fools behind window glass, still swearing the first love always would last? I don't blame the road and I don't blame you. Wanting more can break something true, but I blame that box Knows every kiss, every fight, every lie, every time you stayed but wanted goodbye. It don't need mercy, sleep, or shame, just one thin nickel to sing your name. The jukebox knows your name. It plays it proud and clear. Every record turns the past into something standing here. I can cross the county line, I can board a midnight tree, but every song in every town may bring you back again. The jukebox knows your name, but tonight I know mine too. I was more than the man who waited, I was more than loving you. The jukebox knows your name. Let it play until it's through. Let the needle find the ending that I never found with you. When the final chord goes silent and the morning fills the frame, I walk out a neon county while it whispers your name. Miss Pearl lifts the blinds and the first sun shines. A bus pulls out beyond the county line. I leave one nickel where our coffee cooled and your old record by the empty stool. The highway hums like a brand new flame while behind me, softly, the jukebox says your name. The courthouse clock struck 10:30. Chrome flashed in neon rain. A pink Bel Air sat by the curb, still warm from Highway 9. I held my veil inside a hat box, a ring inside my shoe. By midnight I would marry Dean if we could make it through. My name is Evelyn Price, raised high above the mill. Daddy owned the brick red mansion on the north side of the hill. He chose my dresses, chose my school, and every friend I knew, and swore no daughter bearing Price would wed a factory crew. But Dean Mercer worked the rolling floor with spots across his sleeves. He danced with me at Ruby's like a man who still believed. We met behind the blue moon, trading kisses close to dawn. Then Daddy found his photograph pressed flat inside my glove. He locked the gate and called it shame. I called it what it was. Ring that courthouse bell for me. Ring it hard and bright. I got a white dress in a hat box and a hot road left tonight. Let the hill folks bar their windows, let the mill hands crowd the square. Ring that courthouse bell for me. Love has business there. Miss Pearl slipped me the back door key at 9:07. Johnny Black had tuned the Chevy, Dean was waiting by the sign. But my cousin Walter followed in my father's Cadillac. He bumped a fender on the county road and tried to force us back. Dean held steady through the rainstorm, white walls cutting muddy foam. Walter yelled, Price, girls don't go where furnace laborers call home. At Salvation Creek, the bridge board shook, then the left rear tire failed. We skidded sideways toward the ditch, my veil blew through the door. Dean caught me, but the hat box flew and burst across the road. Ring that courthouse bell for me, ring it through the rain. My white dress lies in roadside mud, but I would choose again. Let the hill folks keep their silver, let the mill hands stop and stare. Love has business there. Walter stopped his Cadillac, not for mercy, out of pride. He said, climb in before the county sees you standing by his side. Dean's knuckles bled from changing tires, his Sunday coat was torn. He said, Evelyn, take the warm car, you don't owe me being poor. For one breath I saw the future, quiet lunches, polished rooms, Quiet children, quiet roses, quiet years and quiet tunes. Then the mill whistle split the weather. I raised my muddy dress. A life that someone picks for me is still a kind of emptiness. Piano hammered like a train wheel, guitar snapped against the storm. Church lights flickered pale and warm. Johnny kicked the jack beneath us, Dean spun lug nuts in the rain, while I tied my veil around my waist and dared the sky to change. We reached the county courthouse at 11:58. The clerk had shut the record book, the judge was at the gate. Daddy stood beneath the clock tower, 2 deputies by his car. He said, "Come home and this is over, stay and lose the price of state." Dean stepped back and whispered, "I won't make you pay that rate." Ruby Pearl and the late shift watched us through the rain. And Daddy laid one truth before me: your mother once chose like you. She left the farm boy at this courthouse when my family told her to. She kept the hilltop mansion, but she cried each April rain. She made me promise you would never live the life she threw away. I mistook control for shelter, and I broke that vow today. He took her wedding locket from the chain beneath his tie. I cannot bless the hardship, but I won't repeat the lie. The judge turned back from his Buick, the clerk unlocked the door. Dean's brothers formed a muddy line across the marble floor. My dress was stained with creek bank clay, his cuff was split in two. The room smelled of wet wool cups and old tobacco smoke. When the judge asked who would witness, Daddy's hand rose slow. Then the bell above the tower struck 12 across the road. Ring that courthouse bell for us, let it shake the night. There's no clean road into love and no bloodline always right. Let the hill and mill stand together, though they don't agree on much. Ring that courthouse bell for us. We have chosen what we trust. I brought no white dress to the altar, Bean brought no family gold, but my mother's locket warmed my throat, and his work-worn hand held mine. We rented room 12 at the Mercy, where the sign blinked red and blue. Dean laughed at mud upon my stockings, I laughed at his sold shoes. At sunrise, Daddy left no mansion makes a marriage fine. We did not wake up worthy, and the mill stayed loud and hard. Water never spoke at Christmas, some old wounds keep their guard. But Dean Mercer worked the road and floor with weather factory crew. But Dean Mercer worked the rolling floor with sparks across his sleeves. He danced with me at Ruby's like a man who still believed. We met behind the blue moon, trading kisses close to dawn. Then Daddy found his photograph pressed flat inside my glove. He locked the gate and called it shame. I called it what it was. Ring that courthouse bell for me, ring it hard and bright. I got a white dress in a hat box and a hard road left tonight. Let the hill folks bar their windows, let the mill hands crowd the square. Ring that courthouse bell for me, love has business there. The girl slid me the back door key at 7 after 9. Johnny Black had tuned the Chevy, Dean was waiting by the side. But my cousin Walter followed in my father's Cadillac. He bumped a fender over the county road and tied the forces back. Dean Hill steady. At neon station, rain shone silver on the street. A paper flag hung in the window, mud was drying on my feet. They had paint dress, my good clothes were drenched. Mama touched my shaking shoulder, said, "You're home, you're safe with me." But home was just a word that evening, not a place my eyes could see. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I'm gone where no one knows. The mill yard turns to burning fields, the red sky starts to close. Hold the line till the sound rolls by, till the iron quits its cry. When the whistle blows at 6:15, don't ask me why. Monday morning, Joe came knocking, said the foreman saved my place. Mama packed 2 ham sandwiches, hope was shining on her face. At the steel mill, the furnaces made noon as red as dawn. I took up my father's hammer, steel Mach V along the head. He had swung it 20 winters before fever took his bed. For an hour my hands remembered every lesson he had shown, till the 6:15 blew over us, long, metallic, hard as stone. I saw sparks become white traces, heard a sergeant shout my name. Joe reached out to pull me backward, I saw him before I knew his face. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I'm gone where no one knows. The mill yard turns to burning fields, the red sky starts to close. Hold the line till the sound rolls by, till the iron quits its cry. When the whistle blows at 6:15, don't ask me why. Joe went down beside the furnace, blood ran dark beneath his chin. Every man around me froze there like the whole war walked back in. I dropped Daddy's hammer, said there's a westbound bus at midnight. Maybe distance could outrun me, maybe I should leave tonight. Joe sat up and spat a red line, then he laughed through one bruised eye. Said, "You hit like old man Vail did, but you still apologize. I don't need you gone by morning, I need help when my shift ends. A wound can make a man dangerous, but it doesn't end his friends." Low guitar beneath the smokestacks, hum on a thin and slow. Freight wheels beating past the mill gate, rain along the tracks below. I walked alone to Salvation Creek, where my brother used to fish. I took the medals from my pocket, held them cold against my fist. Reverend Cole was by the footbridge mending boards the flood had torn. He said, "Folks expect a soldier to come back already reborn." I came home from my own darkness, sure that silence made me strong. But silence only built a locked room, shame kept every window drawn. I asked, "Does prayer stop the pictures?" He said, "No, but truth lets people in." So I went down to the night shift with my father's hammer clean. I told Joe and all the furnace men what 6:15 had come to mean. How a whistle split the hillside, how my closest friend Lynn Moore ran to pull a wounded driver and never crossed the ditch once more. I had heard that sound each evening in the breath before he died. I'd worn his final question like a stone beneath my ribs. Joe said then, "We'll face it with you, no man here will make you small." And he tied a rope beside me so I'd feel them if I fell. At 6:14 the mill grew quiet, even gears seemed to understand. Mama waited by the gatehouse, Joe stood close at my right hand. Then the whistle ripped the evening steel in sorrow high and mean. My knees bent but I kept breathing, counting men where ghosts had been. One for Joe and one for Mama, one for Lynn who could not rise. One for every man beside me, one for me who stayed alive. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I still go where memory goes. But the mill yard stays a mill yard now, and I know the hands I hold. Let it roll through every scar in me, let the steel shake the sky. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I don't have to run and hide. No, the whistle cannot judge me, and the dead don't ask me why. I can work beneath that red hot Some nights I woke beside the window, sure I heard that far-off rain. But each dawn I crossed the mill bridge, lunch pail swinging at my side. Mama kept Lib's picture near us, we did not shut grief outside. That old banner lost its letters in the first December snow, and every evening Neon County heard the furnace settle low. Then 6:15 sand thing through the valley, and I stayed until it closed. Morning breaking on Highway 9, old tires humming across the county line. I've chased every road that promised me gold. Now one more mile and I'm coming home. Hey. I left Neon County at 21 with a borrowed coat and a smoking gun. Not one I fired, but one I feared. Sheriff Boone's men were drawing near. I told my mother I'd be gone 1 week, kissed her cheek beside Salvation Creek. But 1 week turned into 12 hard years, 1,000 towns and a river of tears. I worked the docks down in Mobile Bay, laid railroad track through Tennessee clay. I sang for coins in a Denver bar, slept beneath bridges and inside cars. Every city promised a brand new start, but every sunrise found the same old heart. Then a letter reached me in Santa Fe. Your mama keeps the porch light on every day. So I sold my watch and I packed one bag, bought a bus ticket and an old road map. When the driver said Neon County next, I felt 12 years rise inside my chest. One more mile to home, one more turn through the fields I've known. I carry my shame like a sack of stone, but no man can outrun the blood in his bones. One more mile to home, past every place where my wild years roam. Leave the porch light burning, don't let it go. I'm one more mile from home. Hey! The Blue Moon Diner had a brand new sign, but Miss Pearl still poured coffee right on time. She stared one moment, then said my name like no 12 years had passed between. Ruby May was old, a silver in her hair, still ruling Saturday night from the same old chair. Johnny Black looked up from a Chevrolet, said the road finally spit you back our way. I asked about Lucille, Billy, and Joe, about the ghost train and the river below. Pearl said some folks left, some folks stayed, some found mercy, some never changed. Then she pointed past the cottonwood trees toward a little white house by Salvation Creek. Your mama walked slower, but her eyes stayed bright. She still lights that lamp every single night. My knees went weak on the gravel road, I saw the yellow glow beneath my load. Every mile I had to run came due as the evening faded blue. Whoa. My mama opened the door before I could knock, wrapped both arms around my travel-worn coat. She didn't ask where the years had gone or count each letter I failed to send home. She touched the scar running over my hand, said you look like your father when he became a man. I tried to speak, but the words broke down, and I cried like a child on that holy ground. That supper, she said, one extra plate, said hope should always leave room for late. One photograph stopped my breath, and it's standing in her Sunday dress. Mama said she married, then lost him at sea. She works at the school and asked about me. Guitar, soft as a screen door side, roll piano like clouds in the summer sky. Blow saxophone, warm and slow, for every wandering child who turns toward home. Next morning I walked to the old churchyard where my father slept beneath the grass. I told him every fight I'd lost, every lie I told, and every bridge I crossed. I thought being free meant never standing still. I thought a distant road could bend to my will, but freedom without love is an empty room, and pride is a flower that never blooms. Then an Annie came down the maple lane, holding 2 books beneath the rain. Her eyes were older, her smile still kind, like a song I carried but never could find. She said, "You vanished without goodbye." I said, "I was young and full of lies." She said, "Sorry may open a door, but what you do next matters more." One more mile to home, no more running through the dark alone. I laid down my shame and the seeds were sown. Now I'll build something honest from the life I've known. One more mile to home, I found the road was inside my bones. Keep the porch lights burning, let the whole town know this wandering heart finally made it home. One more mile to home, where the river bends and the night winds moan, where the jukebox plays and the old trains roll, and every broken sinner can reclaim his soul. One more mile to home, not the boy who left, but the man I've grown. Let the morning rise, let the church bells toll. I'm one more mile, one more, I'm home. I fixed mama's fence and the leaking roof, took work with Johnny at the motor booth. On Saturday nights I played guitar beside Rupert's piano, feel blue bar. When strangers ask where I have been, I smile at the highway and tell them then every road can teach, every road can roam, but the finest smile is the one back home. But the porch light glows when the sun goes down, a small warm star over neon county town. Whenever a bus rolls past Highway 9, I pray every lost soul finds that final mile.
Sunday road, Bible on the dash and a heavy load. Ruby's piano still rings in my head while morning turns the sky judgment red. I spent last night at Ruby's place with a whiskey breath in a sinner's face. I danced with trouble in a red silk dress, lost my wages and my self-respect. Johnny Black said, "Boy, slow down," but I laughed too loud for a warning sound. When the jukebox stopped at 3:45, I found my wedding ring beneath the floor. My Annie waited by the kitchen light while I threw our good name into the night. She packed one bag and left one note: "I can't keep loving a man who won't come home." The words cut deep as a barber's blade. I read them twice while daylight gray. Then Reverend Cole came walking by with the river mud on his boots. He said, "Blame the bottle, the cards, or the band, but every crooked road begins in a man. The Lord may forgive what the town won't name, but first you have to stand inside your shame. Wash my sins in Salvation River, let the cold water make me shiver. I've been burning every promise I made, dancing with the devil while my true love prayed. Wash my sins in Salvation River, take this hard heart and make it kinder. I don't need thunder, I don't need a sign, just one clean morning to make things right." We walked past the mill and the county jail, past Mercy Motel and the midnight rail. The preacher told me he had once been worse, a switchblade temper and a gambler's curse. He said, "I wore black before I wore white, knew every back room by night. Ruby saw me fall, Pearl saw me lie, but Grace found me with nowhere to hide." At the river stood half the town, Miss Pearl and Blue Joe Mercer looking down. Billy Two-Tone held his little girl's hand, and Lucille sang softly with the church band. I wanted to turn and disappear, but in his empty chair it followed me there. So I stepped through reeds to the water's edge with a broken heart and an unpaid pledge. The choir sang low, the morning wind rose, Salvation River curled around my toes. Reverend Cole said, "Speak what is true." I said, "I broke every good thing that carried me through." Wash
things right. The water hit cold like a freight train wheel. No choir could tell me what I ought to feel. I saw every night I had stumbled home, every cruel word and every unpaid loan. I saw Annie crying behind a closed door, saw a little house and cracks in the floor. I saw the man I swore I'd never become. Then the preacher raised me toward the sun.
But redemption ain't a magic trick. It don't make a weak man strong that quick. When I climbed out, my debt stayed due, and Annie still had reasons to be through. So I took a job on the loading line, gave Miss Pearl the bottle I kept behind. I sold my watch and paid Billy back, then fixed the broken fence behind our shack.
Let the guitar confess where the heart went wrong. Blow saxophone like a soul set free. Let hand crops carry the sinner in me. 3 weeks later, Annie came to the Blue Moon Diner in the evening rain. She sat across from me, quiet and still, while the jukebox played against our will. I said, I won't ask you to trust me today. The river can't wash all the hurt away, but watch my hands, watch where I stand.
I build back slow as an honest man. She touched the ring beside her cup, but didn't wear it or pick it up. She said words sound sweet with gospel behind, but love needs proof over miles of time. Then she gave one small, tired smile, walked me home just a little while. No bells will rung,
but hope felt new on my guilty tongue.
Wash my sins in Salvation River. Let the cold water make me shiver. I've been paid for every promise I broke, trading midnight fire for morning hope. Wash my sins in Salvation River. Make these rough hands something kinder. I don't need thunder, I don't need a sign. I prove each day I can make things right. Wash my sins in Salvation River. Not just once, but forever. When Saturday calls with his red neon flame, I'll remember the water and speak at his name. Wash my sins in Salvation River. Let the old man fade, let the new man deliver. Grace ain't cheap and love ain't blind,
But both may wait for a heart that tries. Ruby closed early that Saturday night, left one blue candle beneath the light. Reverend Cole stood by the river alone, praying for every lost soul headed home. Annie and I walked under the county moon, not fully healed but moving on. Behind us the water kept rolling strong, carrying the darkness toward the dawn.
Heard his auto caught by the roadside church.
His tail fins striped with rain.
I nailed a poster to a pine. Dr. Crow
Removes your pain.
3 bottles shone beneath one bulb.
I ring my bell again.
My name was Calvin Crow that year. Professor when it paid. I sold relief from making backs, bad dreams and debts unpaid. My tonic tasted sugar, pepper, cloves, and rye. I promised sleep to worried mothers, strength to men gone dry. Reverend Cole had rented me the patch beside
collecting you. A farmer paid for steady weather, a widow paid for sleep. Joe Mercer bought one for his shoulder after 14 hours of heat. Then a girl in a blue moon apron stepped slowly to my place. She had her mother's green eyes and rain across her face. My name is Annie Crow, she said, your child from years before. Mama died last winter, she kept your picture in a drawer. She said you sold a shining future, then vanished before I was born. The tin piano hammered fast, I counted change to dodge her eyes, and heard my own old past. Buy no halo in a bottle, brakes don't come with a cork. You can paint gold wings on trouble, but the lie still does its work. When the cash box starts to rattle, every promise sounds brand new. Buy no halo in a bottle, it may come collecting you. As a child, you're mistaken, Crow's a common traveling name. She laid my faded photograph beside the lantern flame. There I stood in check suspenders, young and grinning by a Ford, with a mother on my shoulder and my silver cane aboard. And it said, I want no money, and I don't need you to pretend. Miss Pearl says a crooked road can sometimes learn to bend. If that bottle cures all sorrow, take one down and drink it through. Cure the man who left my mother, see what your own cure can do. Upright piano kicked like lightning, hand claps rolled beneath the rain. One blue harmonica note sounded like my name. Church bells shook above the backbeat, thunder crossed the county line. Then little Raymond Tucker stumbled, fever burning in his eyes. His father held my tonic bottle, you said this makes a sick boy rise. The child had swallowed half the mixture, lying clove on every breath. No poison strong enough to kill him, but no cure to hold off death. The county doctor played at Ruby's, my DeSoto had a tank. I could take the cash and vanish, let the storm erase my tracks. I'll put the boy inside my motor and admit I was a quack. I swept the bottles from the table, ruby glass broke in the mud. This is kitchen whiskey, not a blessing for your blood. I have lived by painted labels, selling grief a fancy name. I sold hope because it's easy when another bears the shame. Rena needs a real physician, not my Bella Sunday clothes. And he grabbed the passenger door, I'll guide you where he goes. For once I drove without an alias, without a tale prepared. The creek ran high and I was scared. We burst through Ruby's double doors, stopped the band in middle time. The doctor dropped his cards and followed, cursing rain and county crime. He cooled the boy till morning, said another hour, maybe less. Tucker stared across the diner, hands like stones against his chest. I set my cash box on his table, take it all, I earned it wrong. He said money won't erase it, but staying might prove you strong. Dawn touched every bottle shot, with color we can pair. They look less like bits of heaven, more like pieces of my failure. There's no halo in a bottle, no clean heart beneath the cork. You can't charm away the damage, you must face it, pay and work. Let the empty cash box rattle, let the plain truth carry through. There's no halo in a bottle, but a changed hand may come true. I truth is a bitter friend. And he did not call me father, not that summer, not that fall. She let me fix a kitchen window, that was mercy after all. My silver cane hangs by the doorway, my brass bell rusts out back. When a stranger wants a miracle, I show him every crack. Then the church DM starts rolling, but the changed hand may come true. I won't sell another promise that I've never lived or knew. I will earn my name beside you, Annie, if you let me do. I stayed to pass the church roof through the heat of late July. Reverend Cole worked beside me, never asking me to lie. Joe made me haul the furnace scrap, my Tolly could not mend. The widow brought me black coffee, said truth is a bitter friend. And it did not call me father, not that summer, not that fall. At Cole's small roadside chapel, where the dust road meets the creek, the Sunday bell went missing in the middle of the week. One rope swung above the doorway, one brass shadow left the wall. Skip Larkin was 16, quick and short on luck. His mother washed it in mercy, his father never wrote. The rent was 2 weeks over, and the cough had turned to blood. The doctor wanted payment before it crossed their mud. So Skip climbed the chapel steeple with a wrench between his teeth, lowered down the warning bell and hid it under sheets. He thought brass meant medicine, that one theft could make things right. He rode it toward the railroad on a handcart after night. But Salvation Creek was rising, summer thunder shook the pines. That bell had won the lowland farms since 1899. Ring it back before the water, ring it hard across the plain. Wake the houses by the river, cut a doorway through the rain. You can carry guilt in silence, you can hide what desperate hands do. But ring it back before the water, let the truth come ringing through. Oh, Mr. Grady at the scrapyard tapped the bell and named a price. Skip saw medicine in silver, bread and kerosene besides. Then an AM weather bulletin broke between two rhythm songs. Cloudburst north of Neon County, Salvation flood before the dawn. Grady said that bell is useless, folks have telephones these days. But half the farms below the bridge had no wire through the clay. Skip remembered Reverend Cole pulling that rope in flood time drills. 3 long peels for rising water, 2 for fire in the hills. He took the money, then stood frozen with the bills inside his shoe. Behind the rain his mother coughed and the lowland cattle moved. Ring it back before the water, ring it hard across the plain. Wake the houses by the river, cut a doorway through the rain. You can carry guilt in silence, you can hide what desperate hands do. But ring it back before the water, let the truth come ringing through. Skip ran west to Neon Jailhouse, told the deputy the creek would climb. The deputy pointed at the empty peg, who stole the bell this time? Skip said send cars to the low road, the man said lies can land you in a cell. So Skip ran on toward Ruby's, mud slapped high against his knees. Ruby heard half the story, then she grabbed her ring of keys. Johnny Black pulled up his tow truck, Joe Mercer brought a chain. They reached the yard as Grady's cutter through blue fire through the rain. Yeah. Johnny hooked the handcart axle, Joe tore the torch line under. Ruby swung the scrap gate open, Skip climbed on and held the bell.
Chapel Road had washed to ruts, the tow truck could not climb. They dragged the bell through knee-deep water, losing ground and losing time. Reverend Cole met them barefoot, lantern shaking in his hand. He saw Skip's bloody palms and knew before the boy could stand. Skip laid Grady's money on the step. I stole it for my mother's chest. I thought I could repair one hurt by risking all the rest. Cole tied the rope beneath the crown. Confession matters after danger. First boy, help me wake this town. Skip climbed the wet oak ladder, though the steeple pitched and swayed. He could save his mother's medicine by keeping quiet, slipping away, or pull the rope and tell the county whose hands had caused the silent night. He shouted from the belfry, I took this bell, the blame is mine. But the creek is over Miller Field, get your children to the rise. Then he pulled until his shoulders burned and brass split open the sky. Three long peals crossed the lowland, over roofs and cotton rows. Lanterns sparked in farmhouse windows, truck lamps formed a climbing road. Miss Pearl drove two sisters uphill, Joe hauled old Ben from bed. By four the creek took Miller Bridge and covered Tucker's shed. When the Fannell family reached the church, Skip let the rope go. He rang it back before the water, rang it hard across the plain. Woke the houses by the river, cut a doorway through the rain. He could not make the theft unhappen, could not call the wrong thing right. But he rang the truth above the flood and stayed to face daylight. Ring it back before the water. Mercy is not hiding blame. It is doing what the living need, then answering to your name. The judge gave Skip 6 months of labor, not a cell behind a wall. He repaired the flooded fences and polished up the bell. The doctor treated Mrs. Larkin, Ruby passed a jar that night. Grady sold the medicine at cost. By autumn Skip was learning welding at the steel mill repair. Every Sunday he climbed the steeple, checked each boat with patient care. When the bell rolled over Neon County, folks remembered more than flood. A boy can steal what keeps us safe and still return it through the mud. Joe Mercer punched in at 6:45 under furnace smoke that covered heaven. He had a wife named Danny and a boy named Lee, and a payment due on a worn Chevrolet. His hands were cracked from iron and flame, but every foreman knew his name. He could fix a bell with a wire and prayer, keep the line moving along. At noon he ate by the loading bay, while the radio promised a brighter day. Joe looked down at the grease on his skin, said a working man loses before he begins. Old Sam laughed through the smoke, maybe so, Joe, but we still ain't broke. The hammer hit hard, the whistle blew. 8 hours became 10 before the day was through. Every spark in the dark wrote a name in red. Work for the living till the living feels dead. I got grease beneath my fingernails, fire in my lungs and holes in my shoes. I carry this town on a tied back, but the town don't care what a working man loses. Grease beneath my fingernails, a nickel in my pocket, a mountain of dew. Still I come home when the night train wails, there's love in my heart and the working man blues. Friday came hot with a warning bell, the bearing screamed like a soul in hell. Joe saw the line start shaking loose, saw sparks fall close to a young boy's boots. He hit the switch, pulled the boy away, then the foreman shouted, "You stopped us today!" Joe said that line was ready to kill. The foreman said, "Start it or somebody else will." Joe stood quiet while the whole mill stared. The furnace roared like a beast that dared. He thought of Annie counting every dime, of Lee needing shoes before school next time. Then he saw old Sam with one blind eye and a scar from a machine gone wild. Joe laid his gloves on the rail, said, "No paycheck's worth a coffin nail." The room went still, then one man stood, then another stepped out from the cutting wood. Lunch pails dropped like a rolling drum, and 100 tight voices joined as one. We We got grease beneath our fingernails, fire in our lungs and holes in our shoes. We carry this town on our tied backs, but the town won't hear what a working man loses. Grease beneath our fingernails, no silver in our pockets, just a mountain of dew. Still we stand tall when a night train wails, with pride in our hearts and a working man blues. Sheriff Boone arrived around 3:30 with company men and a warning to leave. The mill owner came in a charcoal coat, said, "Get back to work or you all can go." Ruby Mae brought coffee in paper cups. Johnny Black came in his battered truck. Workers and neighbors gathered in the sun till the owner saw they stood as one. Joe climbed a crate with a shaking hand, said, "We ain't asking to own your land. We're asking for guards on the cutting line and 8 honest hours for an honest man's time." The owner looked at the faces below, at the wives and children standing row by row. He signed one page while the crowd stood near. Safer machines and a little more pay. By the radio, she touched his hands black under the nails, said, "I heard your name riding down the rails." He said, "I was scared, I had thrown our life away." She put his palm where her heartbeat moved. A man ain't measured by what he can lose. Lee came running with a paper crown. Joe laughed and covered his eyes, because strong men break when the hard day dies outside. Chevrolet refused to start, but Johnny pulled up with a second-hand part. The neighbors pushed while the engine coughed, and Joe felt richer than the mill owner was. I got grease beneath my fingernails, fire in my lungs and holes in my shoes. I helped carry this town on a tied back. Now the town remembers what a working man proves. Grease beneath my fingernails, a little more hope in the same old dues. I still come home when the night train wails, with love in my heart and the working man blue. We got grease beneath our fingernails, steel in our hands and truth in our eyes. We don't need diamonds to know our worth. We build every road and roof inside. Let the factory whistle carry the news. Neon County stands when its workers stand, singing loud through the working man blues. 6 o'clock morning, the sky turned gold. Joe tied his boots like he'd always done. He kissed and he woke little Lee, then drove toward the factory. The furnace roared and the pay stayed small, but guards shone bright on the cutting wall. Joe punched in while the night shift moved, with grease on his hands and nothing left. The diner is still, rain on the glass, no sound from the mill. One black telephone by the kitchen wall, waiting like it knows who I'm gonna call. Miss Pearl walked down the counter slow, said, "Coffee's free if you know where to go." I had your number folded in my coat, 6 little digits on a goodbye note. You left that morning on a southbound bus, said love ain't enough when it's only us. I stood too proud beneath the station light, watched your red scarf vanish into the night. Now the blue moon sign keeps blinking blue, every flash brings back the shape of you. Ruby's band packed up an hour ago, but the jukebox hums a one song low. I dropped a nickel in the telephone slot, held the receiver while my hand went hot. The operator asked, "What number, please?" I said your name before I said the 3. The line clicked once, then the distance rang like a hammer striking an old steel chain. Every mile between your heart and mine came alive on that thin black line. 3 a.m. telephone, carry my voice where the night is gone. Tell her I'm sorry, tell her I was wrong, tell her this silence has lasted too long. 3 a.m. telephone, don't leave this fool with the dial tone. If she says goodbye, I'll face it alone, but let
her breathe on the telephone. A woman answered in a sleepy voice. I nearly hung up, nearly lost my choice. Then you said hello so soft and far, and every light went out inside the bar. I heard a freight train near your room. I asked where you were. You said Tucumcari, a motel off the highway, room 13. I said come back, I can change this time. You said change ain't a word, it's a mountain to climb. You love the road, the cars and the crowd, but you never loved me where love spoke loud. I tried dancing but my throat locked tight. Miss Pearl turned away to give me the night. You said I waited through every excuse. Now I'm learning what a woman can choose. The line grew weak, the rain came hard, the storm shook loose every line my heart. I held that phone like a sinking stone while your silence filled the telephone. 3 a.m. telephone, carry my voice where the night is gone. Tell her I'm sorry, tell her I was wrong, tell her this silence has lasted too long. 3 a.m. telephone, don't leave this fool with the dial tone. If she says goodbye, I'll face it alone, but let me hear her breathe on the telephone. Said there's a diner across the road, they need a waitress for the morning load. I got $10, a bed and a name. Nobody here connects to your shame. Maybe I'll head west when the weather clears. Maybe I'll stay and build something here, but I won't come home to the man you've been, and one midnight call won't let you back in. I looked at my hands clean for a day, but every scar knew the price I'd made. I said I won't ask you to turn before morning came down. You were the best thing this town gave me, and I treated your love like it came for free. Wherever you go, may the road be kind. You cried one softly on the other line. Hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Play guitar like a wire in the rain. Roll piano like a slow night train. Blow saxophone, low and alone, for 2 broken hearts on a telephone. Then you said I loved you. Maybe I do, but love can die from what people put it through. Don't chase my buzz, don't promise the moon. Fix your own soul before it ruins you. The operator said, well, 1 minute more. I heard you breathe and a match strike bright, and imagined your face in the motel light. I said maybe someday when the years are gone, you'll hear I became what I should have been all along. You said maybe someday, but not tonight. Then the storm cut deep through the line. No final kiss, no sweet farewell, just one small click and a silence fell. The receiver hummed in my empty hand. 3 a.m. telephone, you carried my voice but couldn't bring her home. You told her I'm sorry, you told her I was wrong, but sorry won't mend what's broken too long. 3 a.m. telephone, now the rain and I share the dial tone. She chose her road, I must choose my own after one last call on the telephone. 3 a.m. telephone, black little witness on the diner wall. You heard one proud man finally fall. You heard no victory in love at all, when another lost fool reaches for you, telling the night may reveal what is true, but truth comes late when the good love is gone. At 3 a.m. on a telephone, Miss Pearl poured coffee as the sky turned gray. Said morning don't cure, but it starts a new day. I tore up your number but kept your note, then walked to join the shop in my Sunday coupe. The blue moon faded in the rising sun, and somewhere west your new life had begun. quiet on the kitchen wall. The black phone waited for another call. Sign keeps blinking red like a warning hanging over my head. The coffee's cold, the clock strikes 2, and every road out of town leads away from you. Miss Percy, the chick beside my hand, said, boy, don't run if you don't understand. I left $2 by an empty cup, heard a freight train moan as the sun came up. Your photograph burning my dashboard light, your lipstick ghosting my collar white. I had a half-full tank and a heart gone dry, with the county line waiting underneath the sky. Ruby May was singing through the old dance hall while Johnny worked beneath the Chevrolet. He shook his head when I said I'm leaving town. Some roads lead home, some roads leave you dead. But the neon called and the night wind cried. There was thunder rolling on the western side. I turned that key, heard the old V8, and the devil on the radio said, don't be late. I got no home but the highway tonight, no roof but the stars, no candle but the headlights. You kept my heart, baby. I took the road with a suitcase of sorrow and a runaway soul. Let the white lines roll, let the blacktop sing, let the midnight shake every broken thing. I got no home but I'm finally free, just the highway, the darkness and the ghost of me. Mercy Motel where the vacancy burned, past the church by the river where the lost return, past Sheriff Boone sleeping under his hat. The radio cracked with a gospel refrain, and a wild saxophone cut across the rain. Every note hit hard like a fist on a door. Every mile said I don't need you anymore. But your voice came back at the Arizona line, sweet as stolen whiskey, sharp as turpentine. You said come back home, you know you belong. I nearly turned around before the end of the song. Then the station faded into desert air, and I saw your face in the rear view glare. I pressed that pedal till the engine cried while the morning bled on the passenger side. There was dust in my mouth, there was fire in my chest. There was no good answer, only east or west. I passed a wooden cross and a rusted gate, and the devil on the radio said choose your fate. I got no home but the highway tonight, no roof but the stars, no candle but the headlights. You kept my heart, baby. I took the road with a suitcase of sorrow and a runaway soul. Let the white lines roll, let the blacktop sing, let the midnight shake every broken thing. I've got no home but I'm finally free, just the highway, the darkness and the ghost of me. Stop near Salvation Creek. I met an old man too tired to speak. He drew a map on the counter and spilled black coffee. Said the road takes plenty but it won't set you free. He wore a gold ring on a chain around his neck and carried 20 years of unpaid debt. He said, son, every town looks new at dawn, but a man takes a shadow wherever he's gone. I said, you don't know me? He smiled at the rain. I traded my true love for an endless lane. I watched his taillights disappear, and for the first time all night I tasted fear. Maybe freedom ain't a road running west. Maybe leaving ain't the same as being blessed. Maybe every mile is a circle drawn and the heart stays chained when the body's gone. I can turn this car when the next light shines, drive back through the rain in the county lines. But the boy you loved at the Blue Moon door ain't living in Neon County anymore. So I pulled your picture from the dashboard frame, held it to the flame of a roadside sign. I watched your smile curl in the smoke, watched the last little thread between us break. I said your name once, then I let it go down where the dark salvation waters flow. The sky turned gold, the storm rolled south, and a brand new song came out of my mouth. I got no home but the highway at night, no roof but the stars, no kept my heart, baby, I took the road, but I'm dropping that sorrow from my heavy load. Let the white lines roll, let the blacktop sing, let the morning mend every broken thing. I've got no home, but I'm learning to be more than the highway, the darkness, and the ghost of me. I got no home but the highway. Tonight a cracked rearview mirror and a new sunrise. No chains on my hands, no lies in my throat, just a worn out engine and a heart afloat. The road knows my name and the cross ran deep, but the man at the wheel, they ain't leaving the same. The blue moon side is 100 miles gone. Rudy keeps singing that low down song. There's a new day burning where the night used to be, and the highway keeps calling, but it don't know me. But it don't know me. These plays and choose one for his company. I said songs don't fill a cupboard, dreams don't pay the county tax. She should have read guitar case and never answered back. At 9 I found her bedroom empty, her yellow scarf was gone. The radio played a jump blues number, but every beat felt wrong. Don't let that midnight bus roll, not before I tell the truth. I've been locking every doorway I could not walk through in my youth. Rose, don't trade your heart for anger. Don't let silence choose your road. Don't let that midnight bus roll with words we never told. I searched the blue moon booth first, Miss Purple, coffee black. She said your girl came through here crying with a guitar on her back. She asked which road reached the station, then she left beneath the rain. Johnny Black was closing up, but he fired his Ford again. We crossed the old mill crossing, past the dark abandoned line at Ruby's. The man was packing, Ruby May stood by the door. She sang one verse, then lost her nerve when she pictured you before. I said I never came to Ruby's. Ruby answered low and true. Fear can wear your face, Martha, till a child mistakes it for you. Don't let that midnight bus roll, not before I tell the truth. I've been locking every doorway I could not walk through with my youth. Rose, don't trade your heart for anger. Don't let silence choose your road. Don't let that midnight bus roll with words we never told. We reached the county bus station with 7 minutes left to spare. Rose stood beneath the tile table, rain shining in her hair. Her guitar case bore my maiden name, half scraped beneath the red. She said I found it in the attic with all the songs you hid. You wrote of trains and river towns you wanted singing too. You called my voice a foolish thing, but I learned to fear from you. I heard my mother's hard voice arising from another Saturday night. Took his hand. Then I learned that I was carrying you. Your father would not stay. I blamed the song for what he did and packed my voice away. Each time you sang, I heard the life I thought I had to lose. So I named your gift to danger and called my fear good sense. But you were never my old sorrow, and your dream was not my debt. I cannot promise songs won't hurt you. I can promise not to stop them yet. Rose looked down at the ticket. The driver called the last chance. She said that man from Tennessee won't give me one more glance. I said Johnny's Ford can outrun rain, you can make him listen still. She tore the ticket twice, let the pieces touch the floor. We ran beneath the station clock and flew through the swinging door. Johnny drove like Sunday thunder past the church and courthouse square. I held the red guitar between us, Rose was whispering a prayer. At Newby's chairs were upside down, the cuttered bolt was burned low. The talent man had reached his Buick with one hand on the door. Ruby shouted, give her 4 bars, you can spare that much tonight. Rose struck a chord but nothing came, her face went paper white. The room stood still around her, every breath drawn deep inside. So I sang the opening line. I had buried with my pride, let that midnight rhythm roll now. Let the honest words come through. There are doors a mother closes, there are doors a child renews. Rose sang high above my harmony, Ruby's rafters shook below. Let that midnight rhythm roll now. We said what needed told. She did not win the golden promise, just a Sunday callback time. But she walked home with her own voice, and I walked home with mine. At dawn we reached the Mercy Motel, the vacancy sign blinked red. Rose leaned her guitar by the counter, I made biscuits while she slept. The talent man called after breakfast, bring the girl too if she still trusts. She asked me, will you come along? I said, I'll sit beyond the light. You take the song where you must take it, I won't make your wings my fight. Then she handed me the old red guitar. Mama, tune it right. Then the Mercy Halls heard 2 voices practicing through the night. The coffee pot glow red. I turned the sign to last night, then heard the jukebox hum. Like that old room knew a goodbye was a hard thing to become. My name is Clarabelle, I was raised behind that grill. Mama flipped the eggs at sunrise, Daddy paid the window bill. But the mill cut half, the night shift, Highway 9 moved 2 miles west. By Monday noon the bank man said he'd take what we had left. So I stacked the pie plates neatly, counted quarters in the till, wore Mama's little silver pin and tried to hold still. Miss Pearl tied on her apron, though I told her she was through. She said a place that fed this county gets a proper last review. Then a Ford with white wall tires rolled beneath the dripping light. Johnny Black leaned on the horn and yelled, we ain't closed tonight. Keep that blue moon burning, don't let the blue go dark. Pour another cup of courage, strike another jukebox spark. When the rent man comes on Monday, he can find us standing true. Keep that blue moon burning till the morning burns at noon. Ruby May brought 6 musicians in a bus that coughed and shook. One had pawned his sax in Memphis, one played rhythm on a book. Joe Mercer led the mill boy, still in boots and denim gray. Lucille sang Shake the Rafters till the rain backed off the lane. Every booth became a dance floor, Every stool began to swing. Nickels rang inside a washpan by the register's brass bell ring. I sold black coffee by the gallon, ham and biscuits 2 for 1. For a while I saw my parents in the faces having fun. Then Cadillac Ray came smiling with a contract in his coat. Said, sell the name of Neon Clara, I can keep this wreck afloat. Keep that blue moon burning, don't trade the flame for smoke. We can laugh above the thunder, but we know when deals are crooked. Let the dice men keep their promises, let the county talk it through. Keep that blue moon burning till the morning burns at noon. Ray laid cash across the counter, Christmas Sunday preacher cuffs. Sign before the band stops playing, pride won't ever be enough. He would turn the boots to storage, pull the moon down from the sky, paint his name across the awning, let the old hot griddle die. My hand reached for Mama's fountain pen, the room went thin and slow. Then Miss Pearl set down 2 coffee cups and said, before you go, ask yourself who owns a memory, the one who locks the door, or every tired soul who found a little mercy on this floor. Boxcar, tenor sax above the rain, Johnny beating time on hubcaps, boot heels rattling every pane. Then the lightning cracked the transformer, and the whole room lost its glow. For one breath the blue moon vanished in the black of long ago. A ray laughed softly in the darkness, now you see what hope is worth. But outside engines started one by one around the earth. Headlights flooded through the windows, chrome and faces shone like gold. Ruby counted off a backbeat and the room refused the cold. We sang louder with no current, we danced harder with no heat. Miss Pearl passed the washpan laughing down a line of muddy feet. By 4 o'clock we had a mountain made of nickels, bills and change, but the banknote on the counter still stood tall. And out of range I climbed up beside the jukebox with Ray's contract in my hand. Said I thought this place was family, something blood alone could stand. Truth is blood can leave you alone, and a name can turn to change. Mama never fed a surname, she fed hunger, hurt and the rain. So I won't sell you the blue moon, and I won't call it only mine. Everybody who keeps working gets a share and gets a sign. Then I tore his deal in pieces, watched them scatter white and small. For the first time since the funeral I did not feel scared at all. Keep our blue moon burning, let every window shine. Pour the coffee for the broke ones, save up the booth for overtime. When the bank man comes on Monday, he won't find one won't do. He'll find 50 hands together and a county pulling through. Keep our blue moon burning, hear the old grill start to sing. Saturday brought the trouble, Sunday taught us everything. At sunrise, Reverend Cole came walking with church bells in the air. He bought eggs and left $1, then he bowed his head in prayer. The sign still read last night, till Miss Pearl climbed on a chair. She wiped away the painted word, left night still hanging there. Now the blue moon hums each evening, not as bright as in its prime, but every scar across that neon keeps a little honest time. And I keep Mama's silver pin above the coffee cups in view, not to say the place is mine, but to say he made it through. Hey!
sunrise, Daddy paid the window bill. But the mill cut half the night shift. Highway 9 moved 2 miles west. By Monday noon, the bank man said he'd take what we had left. So I stacked the pie plates neatly, counted quarters in the tip, wore Mama's little silver pin, and tried to hold still. Miss Pearl tied on her apron, though I told her she was through. She said a place that fed this county gets a proper last review. Then a fold of white wall tires rolled beneath the dripping light.
A DeSoto cough by the roadside church, its tail fin striped with rain. I nailed a poster to a pine, Dr. Crow removes your pain. 3 bottles shone beneath one bulb. I ring my bell again. When it paid, I saw relief from aching backs, bad dreams, and debts unpaid. My tonic tasted sugar, pepper, cloves, and rye. I promised sleep to worried mothers, strength to men gone dry. Reverend Cole had rented me the patch beside his tent. He thought I sold liniment. I never said what else I meant. I struck the hood with my silver cane. Come purchase wrong made right. But the cash box kept a backbeat underneath the revival lights. Buy no halo in a bottle. Grace don't come with a cork. You can paint gold wings on trouble, but the lie still does its work. When the cash box starts to rattle, every promise sounds brand new. Buy no halo in a bottle, it may come collecting you. Joe Mercer bought one for his shoulder after 14 hours of heat. Then a girl in a blue moon apron stepped slowly to my place. She had her mother's green eyes and rain across her face. My name is Annie Crow, she said, your child from years before. Mama died last winter, she kept your picture in a drawer. She said you sold a shining future, then vanished before I was born. The tin piano hammered fast, I counted change to dodge her eyes and hurt my own old past. Buy no halo in a bottle, grace don't come with a cork. You can paint gold wings on trouble, but the lie still does its work. When the cash box starts to rattle, every promise sounds brand new. Buy no halo in a bottle, it may come collecting you. I said, child, you're mistaken. Crow's a common traveling name. She laid my faded photograph beside the lantern flame. There I stood in check suspenders, young and grinned by a Ford, with a mother on my shoulder and my silver cane aboard. And he said, I want no money, and I don't need you to pretend. Miss Pearl says a crooked road can sometimes learn to bend. If that bottle cures all sorrow, take one down and drink it through. Cure the man who left my mother, see what your own cure can do. Kicked like lightning, hand claps roll beneath the rain. One blue harmonica note sounded like my name. Church bells shook above the backbeat, thunder crossed the county line. Then little Raymond took a stumble, fever burning in his eyes. His father held my tonic bottle, he said, this makes a sick boy rise. The child swallowed half the mixture, rye and clove on
kill him, but no cure to hold off death. The county doctor played at Ruby's. My DeSoto had a tank. I could take the cash and vanish, let the storm erase my tracks. I put the boy inside my motor and admit I was a quack. I swept the bottles from the table, ruby glass broke in the mud. This is kitchen whiskey, not a blessing for your blood. I have lived by painted labels, selling grief a fancy name. I sold hope because it's easy when another bears the shame. Raymond needs a real physician, not my bell or Sunday clothes. And he grabbed the passenger door. I'll guide you where he goes. For once I drove without an alias, without a tale prepared. The creek ran high and I was scared. We burst through roofs, beat double doors, stopped the band in middle time. The doctor dropped his cards and followed, cursing rain and county grime. He cooled the boy till morning, said another hour, maybe less. Tucker stared across the diner, hands like stones against his chest. I set my cash box on his table, take it all, I earned it wrong. He said money won't erase it, but stay might prove you strong. Dawn touched every bottle shard with color weak and pale. They look less like bits of heaven, more like pieces of my failure. There's no halo in a bottle, no clean heart beneath the cork. You can't charm away the damage, you must face it, pay and work. Let the extra cash box rattle, let the plain truth carry through. There's no halo in a bottle, but a changed hand may come true. I won't sell another promise that I never lived or knew. I will earn my name beside you, and if you let me do. I stayed past the church roof through the heat of late July. Reverend Cole worked beside me, never asking me to lie. Joe made me haul the furnace scrap, my Tommy could not mend. The widow brought me black coffee, said the truth is a bitter fan. And he did not call me father, not that summer, not that fall. She let me fix a kitchen window, that was mercy after all. My name was Calvin Crow that year, professor when it paid. I sold relief from making backs, bad dreams and debts unpaid. My tonic tasted sugar, pepper, cloves and rye. I promised sleep to worried mothers, strength to men gone dry. Reverend Cole had raided me, the patch beside his tent. He thought I sold a liniment, I never said what else I meant. I struck the hood with my silver cane, come purchase, wrong made right. The cash box kept the backbeat underneath the river.
Though the blue moon buzzed above the door, half the tubes were dead. Rain made rivers on the glass and the coffee pot glowed red. I turned the sign to last night, then heard the jukebox hum, like that old room knew a goodbye was a hard thing to become.
My name is Clara Bell, I was raised behind that grill. Mama flipped the eggs at sunrise, Daddy paid the window bill. But the mill cut half the night shift, Highway 9 moved 2 miles west. By Monday noon, the bank man said he'd take what we had left. So I stacked the pie plates neatly, counted quarters in the till, wore Mama's little silver pin, and tried to hold still. leaned on the horn and yelled, "We ain't closed tonight. Keep that blue moon burning. Don't let the blue go dark. Pour another cup of courage. Strike another jukebox bar. When the rent man comes on Monday, he can find us standing true. Keep that blue moon burning till the morning burns at noon." May brought 6 musicians in a bus that coughed and shook. One had pawned his sax in Memphis, one played rhythm on a book. Joe Mercer led the mill boys, still in boots and denim gray. Lucille sang "Shake the Rafters" till the rain backed off the lane. Every booth became a dance floor, every stool began to swing. Nickels rang inside a wash pan by the register's brass bell ring. I sold black coffee by the gallon, ham and biscuits 2 for 1. For a while I saw my parents in the faces having fun. Then Cadillac Ray came smiling with a contract in his coat. So still the name in neon Clara, I can't keep this wreck afloat. Keep that blue moon burning. Don't trade the flame for smoke. We can laugh above the thunder, but we know when deals are crooked. Let the dice men keep their promises. Let the county talk it through. Keep that blue moon burning till the morning burns at noon. Ray laid cash across the counter, crisp as Sunday preacher cuffs. Sign before the band stops playing, pride won't ever be enough. He would turn the booths to storage, pull the moon down from the sky, paint his name across the awning, let the old hot griddle die. My hand reached for Mama's fountain pen, the room went thin and slow. Then Miss Pearl set down 2 coffee cups and said, "Before you go, ask yourself who owns a memory, the one who locks the door, or every tired soul who found a little mercy on this floor." Like a boxcar, tenor sax above the rain. Johnny beating time on hubcaps, boot heels rattling every pane. Then the lightning cracked the transformer and the whole room lost its glow. For one breath the blue moon vanished in the black of long ago. Ray laughed softly in the darkness, now you see what hope is worth. But outside engines started one by one around the earth. Headlights flooded through the windows, chrome and faces shone like gold. Ruby counted off a backbeat and the room refused the cold. We sang louder with no current, we danced harder with no heat. Miss Pearl passed the washpan laughing down a line of muddy feet. By 4 o'clock we had a mountain made of nickels, bills and the change, but the banknote on the counter still stood tall and out of the range. I climbed up beside the jukebox with Ray's contract in my hand. Said I thought this place was family, something blood alone could stand. Truth is blood can leave you lonely, and a name can turn to chains. Mama never fed a surname, she fed hunger, hurt and rain. So I won't sell you the blue moon, and I won't call it only mine. Everybody who keeps working gets a share and gets a sign. Then I tore his deal in pieces, watched them scatter white and small. For the first time since the funeral, I did not feel scared at all. Keep our blue moon burning, let every window shine. Pour the coffee for the broke ones, save the booth for overtime. When the bank man comes on Monday, he won't find one woman do. He'll find 50 head church bells in the air. He bought eggs and left $1. Then he bowed his head in prayer. The sign still read last night till Miss Pearl climbed on a chair. She wiped away the painted word, left night still hanging there. Now the blue moon hums each evening, not as bright as in its prime, but every scar across that neon keeps a little honest time. The sun living cold came walking with church bells in the air. He bought eggs and left $1. Then he bowed his head in prayer. The sign still read last night till Miss Pearl climbed on the chair. She wiped away the painted word, left night still hanging there. Now the blue moon hums each evening, not as bright as in its pride. My name is Clarabelle, I've understood honest time. My name is Clarabelle, I was raised behind that grill. Mama flipped the eggs at sunrise, Daddy paid the window bill. But the mill cut half the night shift, Highway 9 moved 2 miles west. By Monday noon the bank man said he neon station, rain shone silver on the street. A paper flag hung in the window, mud was drying on my feet. They had painted a welcome Eddie on a sheet above the door, but the boy who left on Tuesday wasn't riding home no more. Mama stood beside Miss Pearl there, holding coffee in a jar. Joe Mercer wore his milk coat, Johnny leaned against his car. There was crowded close around me, tell us how the fighting's done. Then a truck backfired by rubies and I dropped behind a bench. All the cheering turned to silence, my good clothes were drenched. Mama touched my shaking shoulder, said you're home, you're safe with me. But home was just a word that evening, not a place my eyes could see. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I'm gone where no one knows. The mill yard turns to burning fields, the red sky starts to close. Hold the line till the sound rolls by, till the iron quits its cry. When the whistle blows at 6:15, don't ask me why. Monday morning Joe came knocking, said the foreman saved my place. Mama packed 2 ham sandwiches, hope was shining on her face. At the steel mill the furnaces made noon as red as dawn. I took up my father's hammer, still marked V along the head. He had swung it 20 winters before fever took his bed. For an hour my hands remembered every lesson he had shown, till the 6:15 blew over us, long metallic hard as stone. I saw sparks become white tracers, heard a sergeant shout my name. Joe reached out to pull me backward, I swung before I knew his face. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I'm gone where no one knows. The mill yard turns to burning fields, the red sky starts to close. Hold the line till the sound rolls by, till the iron quits its cry. When the whistle blows at 6:15, don't ask me why. Beside the furnace, blood ran dark beneath his chin. Every man around me froze there like the whole wall walked back in. I dropped Daddy's hammer, said there's a westbound bus at midnight. Maybe distance could outrun me, maybe I should leave tonight. Joe sat up and spat around. us, but it doesn't end his friends. Yeah. Low guitar, then he the smokes. Harmonica thin and slow. Freight wheels beating past the mill gate. Rain along the tracks below. I walked alone to Salvation Creek where my brother used to fish. I took the medals from my pocket, held them cold against my fist. Reverend Cole was by the footbridge mending boards the flood had torn. He said, folks expect a soldier to come back already reborn. I came home from my own darkness, sure that silence made me strong. But silence only built the locked room, shame kept every window drawn. I asked us prayers, stop the pictures, they said no, but truth lets people in. So I went down to the night shift with my father's hammer clean. I told Joe and all the furnace men what 615 had come to mean. How a whistle split the hillside, how my closest friend Len Moore ran to pull a wounded driver and never crossed the ditch once more. I had heard that sound each evening in the breath before he died. I had worn his final question like a stone beneath my ribs. Joe said, then we'll face it with you, no man here will make you small. And he tied a rope beside me so I'd feel them if I fell at 614. The mill grew quiet, even gears seemed to understand. Mama waited by the gatehouse, Joe stood close at my right hand. Then the whistle ripped the evening, stealing sorrow high and mean. My knees bent, but I kept breathing, counting men where ghosts had been. One for Joe and one for Mama, one for Len who could not rise, one for every man beside me, one for me who stayed alive. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I still go where memory goes. But the mill yard stays a mill yard now, and I know the hands I hold. Let it roll through every scar in me, let the steel shake the sky. When the whistle blows at 6:15, I don't have to run and hide. No, the whistle cannot judge me, and the dead don't ask me why. I can work beneath that red hot glow and still come home alive. By winter Joe's cut had faded, mine was harder to explain. Some nights I woke beside the window, sure I heard that far-off rain. But each dawn I crossed the mill bridge, lunch pail swinging at my side. Mama kept Lynn's picture near us, we did not shut grief outside. That old banner lost its letters in the first December snow. And every evening Neon County heard the furnace settle low. Then 6:15 sang through the valley, and I stayed until it closed. Well, the blue moon sign keeps blinking red like a warning hanging over my head. The coffee's cold, the clock strikes 2, and every road out of town leads away from you. Check beside my hand said, boy, don't run if you don't understand. I left $2 by an empty cup, heard a freight train moan as the sun came up. Your photograph burning my dashboard light, your lipstick ghost on my collar white. I had a half-full tank and a heart gone dry, with the county line waiting underneath the sky. Ruby May was singing through the old dance hall while Johnny worked beneath the Chevrolet. He shook his head when I said I'm leaving town. Some roads lead home, some roads leave you dead. But the neon called and the night wind cried. There was thunder rolling on the western side. I turned that key, heard the old V8, and the devil on the radio said, don't be late. I got no home but the highway tonight, no roof but the stars. No broken thing. I got no home, but I'm finally free. Just the highway, the darkness, and the ghost of me. Past Mercy Motel where the vacancy burned, past the church by the river where the lost return, past Sheriff Boone sleeping under his hat. The radio cracked with a gospel refrain, then a wild saxophone cut across the rain. Every note hit hard like a fist on the door. Every mile said, I don't need you anymore. But your voice came back at the Arizona line, sweet as stolen whiskey, sharp as turpentine. You said, come back home, you know you belong. I nearly turned around before the end of the song. Then the station faded into desert air, and I saw your face in the rear view glare. I pressed that pedal till the engine cried, while the moaning bled on the passenger side. There was dust in my mouth, there was fire in my chest. There was no good answer, only east or west. I passed a wooden cross and a rusted gate, and the devil on the radio said, choose your fate. I got no home but the highway tonight, no roof but the stars, no candle but the headlights. You kept my heart, baby, I took the road with a suitcase of sorrow and a runaway soul. Let the white lines roll, let the black top sing, let the midnight shake every broken thing. I got no home, but I'm finally free. Just the highway, the darkness, and the ghost of me. Hey! Saxophone till the windows shake, wake every dream that the daylight breaks. At a roadside stop near Salvation Creek, I met an old man too tired to speak. He drew a map on the counter and spilled black coffee. Said the road takes plenty, but it won't set you free. He wore a gold ring on a chain around his neck and carried 20 years of unpaid debt. He said, son, every town looks new at dawn, but a man takes a shadow wherever he's gone. I said, you don't know me. He smiled at the rain. I traded my true love for an endless lane. I watched his taillights disappear, and for the first time all night I tasted fear. Maybe freedom ain't a road running west. Maybe leaving ain't the same as being blessed. Maybe every mile is a circle drawn, and the heart stays chained when the body is gone. I can turn this car when the next light shines, drive back through the rain in the county lines, but the boy you loved at the Bloom door ain't living in Neon County anymore. So I pulled your picture from the dashboard frame, held it to the flame of a roadside sign. I watched your smile curl into smoke, watched the last little thread between us break. I said your name once, then I let it go down where the dark salvation waters flow. The sky turned gold, the stone rolled south, and a brand new song came out of my mouth. I got no home but the highway tonight, no roof but the stars, no candle but the headlights. You kept my heart, baby, I took the road, but I'm dropping that sorrow from my heavy load. Let the white lines roll, let the black top sing, let the morning mend every broken thing. I got no home, but I'm learning to be more than the highway, the darkness, and the ghost of me. I got no home but the highway tonight, a cracked rearview mirror and a new sunrise. No chains on my hands, no lies in my throat, just a worn out engine and a heart afloat. The road knows my name, and the price ran deep, but the man at the wheel ain't leaving the same. The blue moon sign is 100 miles gone. Ruby keeps singing that low-down song. There's a new day burning where the night used to be, and the highway keeps calling, but it don't own me.
Mercy Bend was slick with moonlight, white paint shining on the rail. A black Mercury waited idling, breathing smoke along the veil. My brother's coupe shook underneath me, his cracked mirror caught one star. Then a stranger tapped my window, miss, you look like you need a race. My name is Neil Varden, I pump gas on Highway 9. I kept Virgil's red 49 Ford in the back bay out of sight. 5 years since they found it twisted, 5 years blaming Johnny Black. Virgil chased him toward the bend, Johnny crossed but Virgil did not. I saved each bent offender and fit angle like a motor. That night I tuned the flathead motor, painted 13 on the door. I swore I'd beat Johnny at the bend and settle up the score. Watch those taillights at Mercy Bend, they pull like a funeral flame. You can chase a man you're blaming, but grief still knows your name. When the white line starts to narrow and the guardrail leaves your side, watch those taillights at Mercy Bend. Not every race needs a finish line. Johnny met me at the Blue Moon, grease still dark beneath his nails. Nell, don't wake that Ford, some machines remember hell. I threw Virgil's keys before him, you left him dying by the water. Johnny said I never left him, I went for help at Miller's farm. Before he told me any further, a low horn rolled across the lot. The black Mercury slid beside us, at the wheel sat Midnight Jack. He wore no rain upon his shoulders, though the storm had started hard. Johnny's lost his nerve, he told me, race a driver with some heart. Watch those taillights at Mercy Bend, they pull like a funeral flame. You can chase the man you're blaming, but grief still knows your name. When the white line starts to narrow and the guardrail leaves your side, watch those taillights at Mercy Bend. Not every race needs a finish line. Ruby warned he brings no dawn, Jack said first to the churchyard. I asked him what the loser owed, he tapped my brother's empty seat. Only room beside the driver, only company to keep. Johnny caught my arm and whispered, Nell, his tires don't mark the mud. But I heard Virgil in the motor, felt old fury in my blood. I dropped the clutch, the Ford jumped forward, Jack's black Mercury took flight. Ruby's neon shrank behind us, red and blue against the night. Jack's twin pipes through no reflection, my white wall screamed on every turn. In the cracked glass over my shoulder, someone's pale eyes seemed to burn. At County 12 I drew beside him, Jack looked 20, then looked old. Dead racers flickered in his eyes, then the mirror filled with Virgil, not the laughing boy I knew. Hair wet down, one cheek cut open, wearing daddy's work shirt blue. He said, Nell, I dared the race that night. Johnny begged me not to run, I drank rye and called it courage. When the brake line started leaking, Johnny turned and chased me back. He climbed down the creek to hold me till my breathing lost the track. I shouted, why did Johnny hide it? Why let hatred take 5 years? Virgil said I made him promise not to shame me with the truth. You made me larger than I was. Johnny paid the cost. Now Jack has followed your anger like a hound behind a wheel. He cannot take a heart that turns before the bargain seals. Ahead the bend flashed silver, Jack reached out an empty hand. Keep your foot down, Nell Varden, come and understand. I saw the rail, the creek, the church bell, saw the place my brother fell. The Ford began to howl, then I hit the brake with both feet. Turned the wheel toward chapel ground, Jack's Mercury flew on laughing, but it made no fading sound. It vanished on the open road. Virgil's face left one last sentence, like warm breath upon the air. Tell Johnny I was sorry, let the living leave me there. I watched no tail lights at Mercy Bend. I watched the morning rise. I quit chasing men and memories through another person's lies. When the white line started narrowing, I chose the gravel side. At Mercy Bend I lost the race and kept the rest of my life. Let the dead keep their dark highways, let the church bell mark the time. Not every race needs a finish, not every wound needs a crime. Johnny found me by the chapel, the red fort steaming in the weeds. I told him what Virgil showed me. He sat down on his knees. We did not call it forgiveness. We pulled the coupe back to my station and stripped the number off. Now it sleeps beneath the sheet. I keep the cracked rear view above my desk, not the blood stain on the seat. Some wet nights a black car passes, though no tires touch the road. I turn the pumps off, ring the church, and want the young ones home. 3 a.m. and the diner is still. Rain on the glass, no sound from the mill. One black telephone by the kitchen wall, waiting like it knows who I'm gonna call. Miss Pearl wiped down the counter, slow, said coffee's free if you know where to go. I had your number folded in my coat, 6 little digits and a goodbye note. You left that morning on a southbound bus, said love ain't enough when it's only us. I stood too proud beneath the station light, watched your red scarf vanish into the night. Now the blue moon sign keeps a blinking blue, every flash brings back the shape of you. Ruby's band packed up an hour ago, but the jukebox hums one song low. I dropped a nickel in the telephone slot, held the receiver while my hand went high. The operator asked what number please. I said your name before I said the 3. The line clicked once, then the distance rang like a hammer striking an old steel chain. Every mile between your heart and mine came alive on that thin black line. 3 a.m. telephone, carry my voice where the night is gone. Tell her I'm sorry, tell her I was wrong, tell her this silence has lasted too long. 3 a.m. telephone, don't leave this fool with the dial tone. If she says goodbye, I'll face it alone, but let me hear her breathe on the telephone. A woman answered in a sleepy voice. I nearly hung up, nearly lost my choice. Then you said hello so soft and far, and every light went out inside the bar. I heard a freight train near your room. I asked where you were. You said Tookum Carry, a motel off the highway, room 13. I said come back, I can change this time. You said change ain't a word, it's a mountain to climb. You loved the road, the cards, and the crowd, but you never loved me where love spoke loud. I tried to answer, but my throat locked tight. Miss Pearl turned away to give me the night. You said I waited through every excuse. Now I'm learning what a woman can choose. The line grew weak, the rain came hard, the storm shook loose every line in my heart. I held that phone like a sinking stone while your silence filled the telephone. 3 a.m. telephone, carry my voice where the night is gone. Tell her I'm sorry, tell her I was wrong, tell her this telephone. You said there's a diner across the road. They need a waitress for the morning load. I got $10 a bed and a name. Nobody here connects to your shame. Maybe I'll head west when the weather clears. Maybe I'll stay and build something here. But I won't come home to the man you've been, and one midnight call won't let you back in. I looked at my hands, clean for a day, but every scar knew the price I'd made. I said, I won't ask you to turn around. I just had to tell you before morning came down. You were the best thing this town gave me, and I treated your love like it came for free. Wherever you go, may the road be kind. You cried once softly on the other line. On a telephone. Then you said I loved you. Maybe I do, but love can die from what people put it through. Don't chase my bus, don't promise the moon. Fix your own soul before it ruins you. The operator said 1 minute more. I heard you breathe in the match strike bright, and imagine your face in the motel light. I said, maybe someday you'll hear I became what I should have been all along. You said maybe someday, but not tonight. Then the storm cut deep through the line. No final kiss, no sweet farewell, just one small click and a silence fell. The receiver hummed in my empty hand. 3 a.m. telephone. You carried my voice but couldn't bring her home. You told her I'm sorry, you told her I was wrong, but sorry man was broken too long. 3 a.m. telephone. Now the rain and I share the dial tone. She chose her road, I must choose my own. After one last call on the telephone, telephone, black little witness on the diner wall. You heard one proud man finally fall. You heard victory and love at all. When another lost fool reaches for you, tell him the night may reveal what is true, but truth comes late when the good love is gone. At 3 a.m. on the telephone, Miss Pearl poured coffee as the sky turned gray. Said morning don't kill her, but it starts a new day. I tore up your number but kept your note, and walked to Johnny shop in my Sunday coat. The blue moon faded in the rising sun, and somewhere west you knew life had begun. Behind me, quiet on the kitchen wall, the black phone waited for another call.
Ruger's piano kicked at 7. Every window shook in time.
I was Mabel Quinn, the tuner. By midnight, one of us would own the county's Saturday light. My father sold upright pianos from a narrow shop on Main. When the mill cut wages in the winter, folks stopped buying songs again. The roof leaked over Middle C. The landlord marked the door. Hey, by Monday, Mabel Quinn, oh, this shop is yours no more. Ruby made a public offer when the boogie trial tonight, and I'll hire you through
through December, cash each week and meals besides. When Clyde rolled from Baden County, rolling wearing patent shoes, he bowed above the keyboard, little lady learned to lose. I cracked my knuckles, smiled politely, 88 keys stood between us and the rent due Monday night. Let the left hand roll like thunder, let the right hand strike a spark. Make those 88 keys holler till they wake the county dark. You can brag beneath the neon, you can dress your pride in white, but the piano picks the winner when the room gets hot tonight. Clyde played fast as freight wheels, clean as chrome along the hood. Every run felt bright and easy, every dancer understood. I answered with a low-down shuffle, Daddy taught me before school. Don't chase every fancy note, make the simple one sound true. Then young Frankie Dawson climbed the rail beside the stage. He leaned too far to catch a nickel, the speaker box began to sway. I pulled him from the corner, caught the cabinet with my hand. Wood came down across my fingers, pain shot hot beneath the band. My right thumb swelled like thunder, Ruby whispered, call it done. Clyde adjusted both his cufflinks, looks like I have won. Let the left hand roll like thunder, let the right hand strike a spark. Make those 88 keys holler till they wake the county dark. You can brag beneath the neon, you can dress your pride in white, but the piano picks the winner when the room gets hot tonight. I wrapped my thumb in barroom linen, tried a chord and lost the top. Every bright note turned to fire, still the landlord's paper knot. Daddy sat beside the back wall, breathing shallow, looking small. His hands had stiffened years ago, he could not play at all. He said, Mabel, save your fingers, wooden plaster, come and go. I said, the shop held mama singing, it is more than boards, you know. Clyde heard every word between us, then he looked away too long. Woo! Bass wall below across the floorboard, snare brush dry against the beat. Clyde played 40 bars of lightning, my left hand found a heartbeat. In an old 12-bar I knew. I played bass notes with my good hand, heavy, spare and mean. Ruby slapped the bottle rhythm, Frankie struck a tambourine. Miss Pearl tapped spoons together, Johnny drummed the window frame. The whole room built the treble, I could not give the same. Clyde stopped smiling at the dancers, for they shouted on my breaks. Then he rose from his piano, crossed the stage in 8 long strides, sat beside me at the high end. Move over, queen. You hold the bottom like a river, I'll put the lightning in. We should have been sworn rivals, fighting for one narrow chair. My Clyde said, I know eviction, I have slept behind the fair. My patent shoes are rented and my smile is mostly nerve. Music fed me when no person thought a drifter worth a word. If I win by watching you break down, I have only one to pay. Let the owner choose us after he has heard what two can say. So I rode the bass like boxcars, he sent bright notes through the smoke. Our two styles quit their arguing and learned how rafters shook. The landlord stood in Ruby's doorway, had to pull low above his eyes. He came to measure my defeat, but the dancers passed a jar. Nickels, quarters, $40 clink beneath the piano light. Frankie's mother dropped a 5 spot for the hand that saved him tonight. Ruby counted while we hammered one last chorus through the floor. Then she laid the rent before me and nailed her offer to the door. Let both left hands roll like thunder, let both right hands strike the dark. Make those 88 keys holler, trade your pride to build a spark. There is room beneath the neon for 2 names
upon the sign. The piano pit, no loser. It made Clyde's hard road meet mine. Now the county comes on Saturdays for the fire we found that night, when the low notes held the trouble and the high notes pulled it right.
My thumb healed crooked by October. The roof got past before the snow. Clyde rented half the upstairs
And taught the school kids one they knew Daddy tuned while we played evenings on the glass hand-painted letters, Quinn and Larock's melodies. Sometimes Clyde still calls me Lil. I kick his bench and start the tune. Then 2 p.m. shake Main Street under one electric moon.
My daughter wore a wedding dress. I was Daniel Reed, her father, though I had not earned the word. 12 years earlier I left town when the factory gates were closed. I chased harvest work through Kansas, loading trucks and laying track, sending money when I had it, sending silence when I had none. Pride can turn a poor man cruel. I chose disappearing. Then Miss Pearl found me in Tulsa. Your girl is getting married. You come before the courthouse bell makes absence something fine. So I bought a paper ticket, carried shame across 3 states. At the station, Rosie faced me with her mother's steady gaze. Don't call this suitcase homecoming. Don't call one bus ride immense. A road can bring a body back. It can amend what never bends. Let me walk beside you slowly. You can choose how far we go. I came home to hear the answer, not to tell you what you owe. She said the wedding starts at 5. My ride has lost a wheel. Johnny Black is fixing something that was never built to heal. You can drive me to the courthouse if that old Ford still can run, but don't give me father's wisdom. You were gone when I needed some. A bouquet lay on the seat, a tin car sat beside it, paint worn down to silver gray. I bought that toy one Christmas, then missed the day it came. She said Mama kept it for me so I'd know you knew my name. The Ford car passed the blue moon, rain beat hard on every sign. Every mile held one question. I had dodged through borrowed time. Don't call this suitcase homecoming. Don't call one bus ride immense. A road can bring a body back. It can amend what never bends. Let me walk beside you slowly. You can choose how far we go. I came home to hear the answer, not to tell you what you owe. At Mercy Bend the engine faltered, steam climbed wide above the hood. Rosie checked the courthouse clock. You always leave when things get hard. I wanted to blame the radiator, rain, bad wages, broken men. Instead I said that charge is honest. I have left again and again. Your mother never drove me from you. No boss chained me to the road. I feared you would see me as a man with empty hands, so I made you carry emptiness. I should have learned to stand. She watched Salvation Creek, the church bell marked 4:30. Slow guitar beneath the rainfall says moving soft and low. freight train crossed the valley, whistling where lost years go. Rosie turned the little tin car in a white-gloved hand. Johnny's tow truck found us stranded. He threw chains around the fort. Ruby May rode in beside him with Lucille and half her choir. They put Rosie in the cab, but she stayed standing by my door. You came 12 years too late, she said, don't come 5 minutes more. We reached the county courthouse, Samuel Carter waited soap. Beneath the courthouse elm, I lifted out the blue suitcase. Rosie asked what's packed in there. I opened shirts, a shaving cup, and letters I never mailed. Some began, dear Rosie, forgiveness. Some said I found steady pay. Some were written at midnight, some on bright and hopeful days. I kept them out of cowardice, thinking words must sound complete. She read one line from 1950. I heard your voice in every wheel that crossed the Tulsa freight yard, and I turned my face away. Rosie said the worst was every birthday, wondering if you remembered me. I said I remembered every morning. I just loved you like a fool. From a distance, safe for my pride, far too distant to love you. The courthouse bell struck 5 times. Samuel held the door. Rosie took my stack of letters, left the suitcase on the floor. She said, I cannot make you daddy because rain brought you today, but you may walk me through that doorway and tomorrow you may stay. No promises about forever. Start with breakfast, start with truth. She placed the tin car in my palm and took my arm beneath the roof. I won't call this suitcase homecoming. I won't call one welcome in. A road can bring a body back. The heart returns in smaller steps. I will walk beside you slowly, only where you let me go. I came home to hear the answer, and the answer started low. Stand beside me for the picture. Come to breakfast after dawn. Not forgiveness like a trumpet, just a light left quietly on. Rosie married Samuel Carter with rain shining on her veil. I stood behind Miss Pearl and Ruby at supper, washed plates until the clock struck 2. Next morning at the blue moon, Rosie saved a booth for 2. I found work repairing boxcars by the old railroad line. Some weeks she called me Daniel. Once by winter she said Dad. I did not ask her to repeat it. I poured the coffee slow. The blue suitcase stayed unpacked in a rented Mercy room. Black Cadillac by the blue moonlight, chrome teeth shining in the night. A woman stepped out where the shadows met, and every heart in the room forgot regret. Her name was Vera, or so she said, with raven black curls and a rose painted red. She carried one worn suitcase and a silver cross without its grace. Ruby May watched from behind. The boss said no good news comes in a midnight car. But the band struck up and Vera took the stage with a voice like mercy, locked inside a cage. She sang a Memphis fire and rain of a soldier who never came home again. Johnny Black froze with his glass halfway. Then Vera looked across the floor at Danny leaning by the kitchen door. 23 and hungry to be free, too proud for work or charity. She curled one finger, the room went still, like every bad dream had learned to will. Danny crawls beneath the sign. She whispered, baby, that road is mine. Black lace lightning strike me down, burn through every good boy in this town. Sweet on the tongue, cold in the eyes, she makes a poor the storm begun. After the show, she took his hand, led him outside where the Cadillac stood. She said, I need a driver who don't scare fast. One night of work and your poor days past. From her suitcase, she showed him a key, stamped with the number room 23. Mercy Motel before daylight. Bring me the box and we leave tonight. Danny thought of rent and his mother's pills. He knew a locked room and a secret key. Never let a man where he wanted to be. Climbed in through perfume and smoke. Ruby stepped out and softly spoke. A woman like that don't need a ride. She needs somebody else where she hides. The engine growled, the white walls turned. Vera laughed while the dashboard burned. And he held the key like a warning sign as they disappeared down Highway 9. Black lace lightning strike me down. Burned through every good boy in this town. Sweet on the tongue, cold in the eyes. She makes a poor man rich on beautiful lies. Black lace lightning, wild and bright. She turns noon to midnight and wrong to ride. When she says come closer, you better run. But Danny rode smiling where the storm begun. Smelled the dust and rain with one bare bulb and a rusted chain. Behind the mattress beneath the floor, Danny found letters from a forgotten war. Money lay wrapped in a soldier's coat with one last page and a dying note. Vera, take this home to my little boy. Tell him his father never lost his joy. Danny looked up as her face went pale. That soldier died in the county jail. Boone stole every dollar he had and told the town he turned out bad. I came for the money, but more than that, I came for the name they buried in black. For the first time, thunder left her eyes, and Danny saw grief beneath the disguise. Then headlights cut through the motel blind. Two men stepped out with guns at their sides. Vera said, take the letters, leave the cash. Truth lasts longer than a getaway stash. Danny grabbed the coat and kicked the screen. They ran through weeds toward Salvation Creek. A bullet struck chrome, the Cadillac flamed. And Vera stood laughing as the night called her name. They reached Ruby's place before dawn. Half the letters wet, half the money gone. Ruby read one page and locked the door. Boom, maybe finished, there are others more. Danny asked Vera, where will you go? She kissed his cheek in the jukebox glow. Some women stay when the truth is done. Some ride the storm till the next one comes. Black lace lightning strike me down. She burned through the secrets of this town. Sweet on the tongue, fire in the eye. She made one lost name rise from the lives. Black lace lightning, wild and bright. She turned buried Rome into morning light. When she said come closer, Danny did not run. He learned some storms reveal the sun. Black lace lightning gone by dawn. Only time marks where her car had gone. Ruby kept the letters, Danny kept the key, and Mercy Motel changed history. Black lace lightning, nobody knew Vera was false or finally true. When August clouds hang low, a black Cadillac passes the blue moon glow. Yeah, Danny took a work at Johnny's stand with honest grease on his restless hands. Above his bed hung the soldier's note, beside the key on the dead man's coat. When the strangers asked about Vera's name, he said, some hearts are storms, not flames. Then thunder rolled beyond Highway 9, and black lace vanished across the county line. The Sunday bell went missing in the middle of the week. One rope swung above the doorway.
one brass shadow left the wall.
Skip Larkin was 16, quick and short on luck. His mother washed at Mercy, his father never wrote. The rent was 2 weeks over, and a cough had turned to blood. The doctor wanted payment before he crossed their mud. So Skip climbed the chapel steeple with a wrench between his teeth, and lowered down the warning bell and hid it under sheets. He thought brass meant medicine, that one theft could make things right. He rode it toward the railroad on a handcart after night. But Salvation Creek was rising, summer thunder shook the pines. That bell had warned the lowland farms since 1899. Ring it back before the water, ring it hard across the plain. Wake the houses by the river, cut a doorway through the rain. You can carry guilt in silence, you can hide what desperate hands do, but ring it back before the water.
Let the truth come ringing through.
Oh, Mr. Grady at the scrapyard tapped the bell and named the price. Skip saw medicine, silver bread, and kerosene besides. Then a name with a bulletin broke between two rhythm songs. Cloud burst north of Neon County, Salvation flood before the dawn.
Grady said that bell is useless. Folks have telephones these days, but half the farms below the bridge had no wire through the clay.
Skip remembered a Reverend Cole pulling that rope in flood time drills. 3 long peels for rise and water, 2 for fire in the hills.
He took the money, then stood frozen with the bills inside his shoe. Behind the rain his mother coughed,
And the lowland cattle moved. Bring it back before the water, bring it hard across the plain. Wake the houses by the river, cut a doorway through the rain. You can carry guilt in silence, you can hide what desperate hands do, but ring it back before the water.
let the truth come ringing through.
Skip ran west to Neon Jailhouse,
Told the deputy the creek would climb. The deputy pointed at the empty peg. Who stole the bell this time? Skip said, send cars to the low road. The man said, lies can land you in a cell.
so Skip ran on toward Ruby's, mud slapped high against his knees. Ruby heard half the story, then she grabbed her ring of keys. Johnny Black pulled up his tow truck, Joe Mercer brought a chain. They reached the yard as Grady's cutter through blue fire, through the rain. Johnny hooked the handcart axle, Joe tore the torch line under. Ruby swung the scrap gate open, Skip climbed on and held the bell.
The chapel road had washed to ruts. The tow truck could not climb. They dragged the bell through knee-deep water, losing ground and losing time. Reverend Cole met them barefoot, lantern shaking in his hand. He saw Skip's bloody palms and moved before the boy could stand.
Skip laid Grady's money on the step. I stole it for my mother's chest. I thought I could repair one hurt
By risking all the rest,
Cole tied the rope beneath the crown. Confession matters after danger.
first boy, help me wake this town. Skip climbed the wet oak ladder. Though the steeple pitched and swayed, he could save his mother's medicine by keeping quiet, slipping away.
Or pull the rope and tell the county whose hands had caused the silent night. He shouted from the belfry, I took this bell, the blame is mine. But the creek is over, Miller Field, get your children to the rise. Then he pulled until the
let the rope go.
He ring it back before the water, ring it hard across the plain.
Woke the houses by the river, cut the doorway through the rain. He could not make the theft unhappen, could not call the wrong thing right. But he rang the truth above the flood and stayed to face daylight.
Ring it back before the water, mercy is not hiding blame.
It is doing what the living need, then answering to your name. The judge gave Skip 6 months of labor, not a cell behind the wall. He repaired the flooded fences and polished up the bell. The doctor treated Mrs. Larkin with Ruby past a jar that night. Grady sold the medicine that cost. By autumn, Skip was learning welding at the steel mill repair. Every Sunday he climbed the steeple, checked each boat with patient care. When the bell rolled over New York County, folks remembered more than flood. When the bell rolled over New York County, folks remembered more than flood. When the bell rolled over New York County, folks remembered more than flood. When the bell rolled over New York County, folks remembered more than flood. When the bell rolled over New York County, folks remembered to the mud. When the bell rolled over the New York County, folks remembered through the mud. At cold, small roadside chapel, where the dust road meets the creek, the Sunday bell went missing in the middle of the week. One rope swung above the doorway, one brass shadow left the wall. Skip Larkin was 16, quick and short on the look. His mother washed in mercy.
The courthouse clock struck 10:30, chrome flashed in neon rain. A pink bell there sat by the curb, still warm from Highway 9. I held my veil inside a hat box, a ring inside my shoe. By midnight I would marry Dean if we could make it through. My name is Evelyn Price, raised high above the mill. Daddy owned the brick red mansion on the north side of the hill. He chose my dresses, chose my school, and every friend I knew, and swore no daughter bearing Price would wed a factory crew. But Dean Mercer worked the rolling floor with sparks across his sleeves. He danced with me at Ruby's like a man who still believed. We met behind the blue moon, trading kisses close to dawn. Then Dad found his photograph pressed flat inside my glove. He locked the gate and called it shame. I called it what it was. Ring that courthouse bell for me, ring it hard and bright. I got a white dress in a hat box and a hard road left tonight. Let the hill folks bar their windows, let the mill hands crowd the square. Ring that courthouse bell for me. Love has business there. Miss Pearl slipped me the back door key at 9:07. Johnny Blackhead tuned the Chevy, Dean was waiting by the sign. But my cousin Walter followed in my father's Cadillac. He bumped our fender on the county road and tried to force us back. Dean held steady through the rainstorm, white walls cutting muddy foam. Walter yelled, Price girls don't go where furnace laborers call home. At Salvation Creek the bridge board shook, then the left rear tire failed. We skidded sideways toward the ditch, my veil blew through the door. Dean caught me but the hat box flew and burst across the road. Ring that courthouse bell for me, ring it through the rain. My white dress lies in roadside mud, but I would choose again. Let the hill folks keep their silver, let the mill hands stop and stare. Ring that courthouse
knuckles bled from changing tires. His Sunday coat was torn. He said, Evelyn, take the warm car. You don't owe me being poor. For one breath I saw the future. Quiet lunches, polished rooms, quiet children, quiet roses, quiet years and quiet tunes. Then the mill whistle split the weather. I raised my muddy dress. A life that someone picks for me is still a kind of emptiness. The county courthouse at 11:58. The clerk had shut the record book. The judge was at the gate. Daddy stood beneath the clock tower, 2 deputies by his car. He said, come home and this is over. Stay and lose, the price is stay. Dean stepped back and whispered, I won't make you pay that rate. Ruby Pearl in the late shift watched us through the rain. Then Daddy laid one truth before me. Your mother once chose like you. She left a farm boy at this courthouse when my family told her to. She kept the hilltop mansion, but she cried each April rain. She made me promise you would never live the life she threw away. I mistook control for shelter, and I broke that vow today. He took her wedding locket from the chain beneath his tie. I cannot bless the hardship, but I won't repeat the lie. The judge turned back from his Buick. The clerk unlocked the door. Dean's brothers formed a muddy line across the marble floor. My dress was stained in creek bank clay. His cup was split in two. The room smelled of wet wool coats and no tobacco smoke. When the judge asked who would witness, Daddy's hand rose slow. Then the bell above the tower struck 12 across the road. Ring that courthouse bell for us, let it shake the night. There's no clean road into loving, no bloodline always right. Let the hill and mill stand together, though they don't agree on much. Ring that courthouse bell for us. We've chosen what we trust. I brought no white dress to the altar. Dean brought no family gold, but my mother's locket warmed my float, and his work-worn hand held mine. We rented room 12 at the Mercy, where the sign bent red and blue. Dean laughed at mud upon my stockings. I left at his soaked shoes. At sunrise, Daddy left a note. No mansion makes a marriage fine. We did not wake up wealthy, and the mill stayed loud and hard. Walter never spoke at Christmas. Some old wounds keep their guard. But when rain hits highway night, Dean spins me through the kitchen, and the bell that nearly judged us marks the honest life we made. The courthouse clock struck 10:30. Chrome flashed a neon ring. A pink bel air sat by the curb, still warm from Highway 9. I held my veil inside a hat box, a ring inside my shoe. By midnight I would marry Dean if we could make it through. My name is Evelyn Price, raised high above the mill. Daddy owned the brick red mansion on the north side of the hill. He chose my dresses, chose my school, and every friend I knew. And swore no daughter bearing Price would let a factory crew. My name is Evelyn Price, raised high, building
1, 2, 3. Lock the door and hide the key. Ruby hit that piano hard. There's a red-dressed woman in the old junkyard. She came walking into Ruby's place with midnight fire and a Sunday face. Red silk shining beneath blue light. Every man in the room forgot his wife. She dropped one nickel in the jukebox slot, made the whole dance floor burn twice as hot. Sheriff Boone looked up from his losing hand. Johnny Black stopped playing with the house band. She wore a gold chain around her wrist, a smile like trouble and a poison kiss. She said, "Who owns that Chevrolet outside?" I said, "That old machine and me take rides." She laughed so low that the window shook, then wrote a number in a matchbook. Miss Pearl whispered, "Boy, take care, that woman leaves smoke everywhere." The drummer kicked and the saxophone screamed. She moved like something from a fever dream. I knew she was danger before she spoke, but I leaned in close when she lit my smoke. She's red-dressed trouble with a black heart shine, sweet as cherry soda, mean as turpentine. She dance, she dizzy, then steal your name, leave your house cold and your wallet in flames. Red-dressed trouble, don't you call her love? She's got her horns below and a halo above. I knew she'd wreck me when she crossed that floor. Still I followed her through the blue moon door. We go Highway 9 with the headlights low, past the county bridge where the dark winds blow. She put her bare feet on the dashboard glass. Said, "Don't ask questions, just drive real fast." The siren cried somewhere far behind. She turned up the radio and said, "Never mind." In the back seat lay a leather case and a white church veil with a blood red stain. I said, "Baby, what have you done tonight?" She said, "Nothing wrong that didn't feel right." Then she kissed my cheek and took the wheel, drove that Chevrolet like the devil made steel. We passed Mercy Motel at 3:45, saw 2 state cars waiting by the office door. She cut through the field by Salvation Creek while the engine coughed and the tires screamed. There was dust in my teeth, fear in my bones, a preacher on the radio talking about souls. She grinned at me underneath the moon, said, "You wanted excitement, it's coming soon." We stopped by an old abandoned mill where the night stood silent and the air went still. She opened the case with a silver knife, $20,000 and a photograph inside. The picture showed Ruby with a younger face, beside a man in a soldier's place. On the back, "Bring this money home before Salvation River takes our bones." She said, "My daddy died owing county blood. Boone took the cash and buried truth in mud. Tonight I took back what belonged to me. Now every badge in town wants me on a tree." I looked at the money, then into her eyes, saw something honest beneath all the lies. That's when I learned, standing where we stood, a bad road can start with a reason that's good. "Take half the money and head out west. Forget my name and forget the rest." I said, "Come with me, we can cross the state." She kissed me once and said, "It's too late." Then headlights rose at the end of the lane. Sheriff Boone stepped out in the pouring rain. He raised his gun and he called her a name, but she stood there smiling inside the flame. She tossed me the keys and whispered, "Run." I heard one shout, then I heard one gun. The night split open, the blackbirds flew, and I drove till morning, turned the highway blue. I never knew if she fell or escaped, if she crossed that river or accepted her fate. But every August when the night burns hot, a red silk shadow walks through Ruby's life. She red-dressed trouble with a black heart shine, sweet as cherry soda, mean as turpentine. She'll dance, you dizzy, then steal your name, leave your house cold and your wallet in flames. Red-dressed trouble, don't you call her love? She's got horns below and a halo above. She wrecked my life when she crossed that floor, and I follow her again through the blue moon door. Red-dressed trouble, where did you go? Down Salvation River where the wild reeds grow. Did you ride that freight train out before dawn, or are you still dancing when the lights are gone? I keep one red thread tied around my key for the woman who taught me freedom can be. She took my piece, but she gave me a song, and the jukebox plays it all night long.
coffee and looks at the sky. She knows who left and she knows who died. When the sax starts to cry and the room gets hot, you may lose your heart. And thank her for the trouble you got. And thank her for the trouble you got.
The county posted orange paper on Ruby's splintered door. Unsafe floor closed by Monday, and the Saturday crowd began to roar. A wrecking crane sat by the courthouse, its iron ball hung cold and still. Ruby May looked at me and said, "Rosie, can your hammer dance uphill?" My name is Rosie Clay, I frame houses with my brothers. Folks still blink to see a woman swing a hammer like thunder. Daddy taught me square and level, he built Ruby's little bandstand. Now the joys beneath the dancers had been chewed by time and rain. Pike wanted parking for his store. That shack breeds noise and trouble. Ruby smiled across her cigarette. Clean don't mean it's got a soul. The clerk gave us till Monday sunrise to make every timber sound. I chalked a line across the boards and called the whole town round. Raise the roof and brace the floor, keep the backbeat off the ground. Pass the nails and roll the piano, let that jump blues hammer sound. When they bring that iron morning, we'll be standing in its way. Raise the roof and brace the floor, Ruby's still got songs to play. Joe Mercer brought mill scrap steel, Johnny Black brought jacks. Miss Pearl came with black coffee, biscuits stacked in paper sacks. Lucille climbed the rafters, Cole said the Lord approves of beans. Then my oldest brother Vaughan threw his level in the dust. Pike is hide our company, blood comes first and work is work. He had 3 kids in winter coming, a mortgage in his shirt. I said, I know what hunger asks you, but don't let it name your worth. He drove away before the downbeat, leaving sawdust in the rain. I heard Daddy's rule inside me, never square a crooked frame. Raise the roof and brace the floor, keep the backbeat off the ground. Pass the nails and roll the piano, let that jump blues hammer sound. When they bring that iron morning, we'll be standing in its way. Raise the roof and brace the floor, Ruby's still got songs to play. At midnight we pulled the bandstand, found more rot than any chart. One main beam was split like kindling, straight beneath the building's heart. Pike's lumber yard had one locked up, Ruby said we will not steal. So we searched the old railroad, past boxcars red with rust. Found an old bridge beam discarded, half asleep beneath the dust. The flatbed sank in clay, we pushed until it found the grade. Boogie piano from the doorway, crosscut saw and 2-beat time. Hammers cracked like snare shot lightning, saxophone along the line. Lucille shouted measurements, Ruby counted every blow. Rain ran silver down the neon, but the blue bulb stayed aglow. At 3 the west wall started leaning, at 4 my right hand split. At 5 the crane rolled from the courthouse, Pike rode grinning next to it. The inspector came with clipboard, tapped each brace and checked each bolt. One corner still fell short of level, half an inch, perhaps a shade. Pike said, rules are rules, Miss Rosie, clear the room and stand away.
played us double to tear down what Daddy made.
I told myself a hungry household could not live on being brave. Then my youngest asked at supper, will they knock down Grandpa's
Stage where he played that Christmas number before his hands gave way.
A wage can feed your children, but some wages teach them shame.
I brought back Pike's advance money, let him curse the Clay family name. We set the jacks beneath the corner, all 6 shoulders took the strain. For the first time since our father died, we lifted as one frame.
The inspector laid his bubble level on the threshold, clean and slow. The glass bead trembled near the center, no one dared to breathe below.
It settled true, the church bell struck 6.
The crane man killed his motor, Pike tore off his hat and swore.
Ruby plugged the jukebox in,
And a wild beat shook the door. We raised the roof and braced the floor, put the backbeat on its feet, passed the nails from hand to hand, turned our fear
into a beat.
Let them bring their iron mornings, we know what our hands can save. Raise the roof and brace the floor,
Ruby's got more songs to play.
not because the wood lasts forever, not because the law turned kind,
But because the town stood underneath it, refused to step aside.
by noon the room was jumping,
Though our shirts were stiff with rain,
Warren danced
once with Lucille, then pretended it was pain. Bike built parking by the courthouse, Daddy's old beam holds the bandstand. Dark and scarred beneath the show, Ruby framed the notice by the bar. Good rooms show you who you are. When the floor begins to thunder on a wild Saturday, I touch the hammer at my belt. There's still more songs to play. There's still more songs to play.
when the floor begins to thunder.
On a wild Saturday, can your hammer dance uphill?
My name is Rosie Clay.
I frame houses with my brothers.
Folks still blink to see a woman
Swing a hammer like thunder.
Daddy taught me
Square and level, he built Ruby's little bandstand. Now the joys beneath the dances have been chewed by time and the rain. Pike wanted parking for his store. That shack breeds noise and trouble. Ruby smiled across a cigarette. Clean don't mean it's got a soul. The clerk gave us till Monday sunrise to make every timber sound. I chalked a line across the boards
and call the whole town round. Raise the roof and brace the floor,
keep the backbeat off the ground.
I spun a bright jump number, then the telephone lit amber.
A woman whispered thin and distant, played lantern by the door.
For Thomas Hale on County 12,
He's coming home once more.
I asked her name, the line went hollow, a dead track freight cried behind me. I found County 12 in Pencil Red across Salvation Creek at Miller Bridge,
Where 3 folks once lay dead.
send a light through the radio, send it over rain and wire. Tell the wheels beyond the county line, there's a water climbing higher. When the dark won't show the danger, let a human voice break through.
Send a light through the radio, somebody's listening to you.
At 12:15, the sheriff's office said the creek was running fast. Bridges sound, the deputy answered, that old warning's from the past. I read the sponsor's mattress bargain, but the amber phone kept glowing.
The voice said he drives a Packard, faded green with one dim light.
There's a Greyhound close behind him, they won't see the turn tonight. I asked, where are you calling? She said, the Mercy Room, where the wallpaper has roses and the clock won't pass high noon. station owner called me, stick to music, no relay. One wild tale can kill our license, do not air that voice again. Send a light through the radio, send it over rain and wide. Tell the wheels beyond the county line, there's a water climbing higher. When the dark won't show the danger, let a human voice break through. Send a light through the radio, somebody's listening to you. I found a clipping in the cabinet, brown with 20 years of dust. Local bride lost near Miller Bridge when the railing gave and crushed. Her name was Evelyn Carter, bound for Ruby's wedding floor. Thomas Hale had sworn to follow, but he never reached the shore. The picture showed a green old Packard, one headlamp cracked and white. My hands went cold around the paper, that car was out there tonight. Every summer rainstorm called him to the bridge where she was lost. Rain beat time against the tower, and the dead tracks answered low. The record skipped the amber lamp, burned sudden hard and white. Heaven said the bridge is lifting, Nora, make him turn tonight. Through the studio wall I heard water roaring out of sight. I pushed aside the sponsor copter, cut the record in mid-song. This is WNCR in Neon County. Drivers, listen, something's wrong. County 12 at Miller Crossing, do not trust the southern span. Turn at Cole's roadside chapel, take the gravel road to down. The owner shouted through the phone line, you are finished by daylight. I kept talking through the static, gave the warning twice that night. Then a man broke through the signal, voice unsteady, old and worn. This is Thomas Hale in a green Packard, I've chased that bridge since morn. Every August when the rain comes, I drive where Evelyn drowned. I thought maybe if I crossed it, I could lay my sorrow down. But I heard her song request miss, then I saw the water rise. There's a bus behind me turning, 30 souls will stay alive. I asked Thomas, did you hear her? Did she call your name once more? He said, no ma'am, only your voice, like a lantern by the door. At 103 the bridge went under, steel rails twisted in the flood. The Greyhound waited by the chapel, white walls buried deep in mud. Thomas stopped beside the church, his forehead on the wheel. You cannot change the rain behind you or pull the lost back to the shore, but you can turn the living from it when the water starts to roll. We sent a light through the radio, sent it over rain and wide. Turned the wheels before the county bridge, went down beneath the mine. When the dark concealed the danger, one lost woman guided through. We sent a light through the radio, and the living listened to. Let the owner call me reckless, let the sponsors say we're through. I would lose 100 stations to save one road crew. At sunrise, Miss Pearl brought coffee, the Greyhound filled the lot. 30 strangers stood there shaking, thankful they had turned. Thomas left a wedding picture on the console by my chair. Evan wore a roadside daisy, rain pen silver in her hair. The owner came to fire me, the county filled the fire me. The county filled the hall, farmers, drivers, drill hands, preachers. He could done dismiss us all. Now each storm I read the water, and that amber lamp shines through when no call is coming through. At 11:59, the tower blinked red above the pine.
black as stone. The day man left at 10 o'clock, play the hits in red and blues. Don't scare the farms with the weather talk, folks tune in to lose their blues. I spun a bright jump number, then the telephone lit amber. A woman whispered thin and distant, play lantern by the door. The time is hell on the county to 12, he's coming home once more. I asked her name, the line,
Leave while you can.
Look, ain't a lady and you ain't a man.
Billy smiled and loosened his tie, said a poor man lives when a rich man lies. He laid his mother's ring on the table's edge at the dealer called Come 7, don't be late. Billy shook those bones and challenged fate. The piano stopped, the whole room leaned, red dice dancing underneath the green day. Hit the wall, then the silence bit. Two little ones in the middle of it. Snake eyes at midnight, two cold stars in a dead man's sky. Snake eyes at midnight, they take your money and drink you dry. You can pray to heaven, a bargain below, but the bones don't care where a poor man goes. Snake eyes at midnight, bad luck knows Billy two-tone by side. He lost the dollars, then he lost the ring. Still he swore he could beat that thing. Ray slid 20 across the table slow, said take this loan, put on a show. Billy knew the price of a favor from Ray, double by sunrise or a debt to pay. But the room kept spinning with the saxophone, and pride can make a crowded man feel alone. He won one roll, then he won 3 more. Had $100 spread across the floor. Miss Pearl came running from the Blue Moon Grill, said take the money and pay your bills. He saw new shoes for his little girl, medicine, rent, and a different world. But Ray tapped twice on the table's wood, let it ride, boy, your luck looks good. Billy heard the church bell across the rain, heard Salvation River calling his name. He could walk away and set things right, but the dice burned hot in his hands that night. Snake eyes at midnight, two cold stars in a dead man's sky. Snake eyes at midnight, they kiss your dreams and make them die. You can count your winnings, count them slow, but the bones know where the money will go. Snake eyes at midnight, bad luck wears a smile under neon lights. He put down everything, every dollar and dime, said this one roll's gonna buy back time. Ruby closed her eyes, Pearl turned away, Boom touched the badge that Ray helped pay. The dice crossed the table through the smoky dark. One struck the wall, one spun like a spark, then both fell still without a sound. Two pale faces staring Billy down. Ray gathered the money in Billy's ring, said morning comes for everything. Billy grabbed his sleeve, give that back that belonged to Mama, not the betting stack. Ray smiled thin as a razor blade, everything is mine when the wager is made. Hit that piano like a dead come due. Let the guitar bend till the night turns blue. Blow that sax like a southbound train. Let every note carry Billy's shame. Billy pulled a knife, Boom pulled his gun. Ruby shouted, nobody move, nobody run. Miss Pearl stepped between barrel and blade. She said, Ray, I know where your money began. You took it from widows and working men. Boom, I know why your badge stays clean. Ruby keeps the ledger behind the machine. The jukebox hummed and the whole room froze. Ruby reached down where the old Y goes. She pulled a black book from under the floor. Names, dates, payments, and more. Ray went pale, Boone lowered his eyes. Ruby said, Billy, your debt is through, but don't mistake mercy for luck coming true. Billy took the ring, but not the cash. I tried to win what work couldn't buy, till I nearly made my little girl an orphan tonight. He dropped the knife and opened the door, walked into rain with nothing more than his mother's ring and a lesson learned. The man can leave before the whole house burns. Snake eyes at midnight, two cold stars in a dead man's sky. Snake eyes at midnight, they show you the truth when the stakes get high. You can lose your wages, you can lose your pride, you can lose the good soul you were keeping inside. Snake eyes at midnight, Billy walked away before they
took his life.
Ruby shut the game and turned on the light.
Bone lost his badge before morning came.
Ray took a bus with the black book chain.
Snake eyes at midnight.
Bad luck,
Lost one man in Neon County that night.
at the Blue Moon counter when the sun came through, Billy bought warm milk
In a ribbon blue, Miss Pearl said, "Did you finally win?" He looked at the rain and the rain on his skin. No man, I lost every bet I made, but I found the door before the devil got paid. Behind Ruby's wall in the fading night. Look behind Ruby's wall in the fading night. Two red dice rested, both showing snake eyes.
6 o'clock whistle cuts the gray. Steel mill coughing at the edge of day. Boots hit gravel, lunch pail swing. Neon County wakes when the factory sings. Hey! Joe Mercer punched in at 6:45. Under furnace smoke that covered heaven. He had a wife named Annie and a boy named Lee, and a payment due on a worn Chevrolet. His hands were cracked from iron flame, but every foreman knew his name. He could fix a belt with a wire and prayer, keep the line moving along. At noon he ate by the loading bay while the radio promised a brighter day. Joe looked down at the grease on his skin, said a working man loses before he begins. Old Sam laughed through the smoke, maybe so, Joe, but we still ain't broke. The hammer hit hard, the whistle blew. 8 hours became 10 before the day was through. Every spark in the dark wrote a name in red. Work for the living till the living feels dead. I got grease beneath my fingernails, fire in my lungs and holes in my shoes. I carry this town on a tied back, but the town don't care what a working man loses. Grease beneath my fingernails, a nickel in my pocket, a mountain of dues. Still I come home when the night train wails with love in my heart and the working man blues. Friday came hot with a warning bell. A baron screamed like a soul in hell. Joe saw the line start shaking loose, saw sparks fall close to a young boy's boots. He hit the switch, pulled the boy away, then the foreman shouted, "You stopped us today." Joe said that line was ready to kill. The foreman said, "Start it or somebody else will." Joe stood quiet while the whole mill stared. The furnace roared like a beast of dead. He thought of Annie counting every dime of Lee needing shoes before school next time. Then he saw Sam with one blind eye and the scar from a machine gone wild. Joe laid his gloves on the rail, said no paychecks worth a coffin nail. The room went still, then one man stood, then another stepped out from the cutting wood. Lunch pails dropped like a rolling drum, and 100 tight voices joined as one. We got grease beneath our fingernails, fire in our lungs and holes in our shoes. We carry this town on our tied backs, but the town won't hear what a working man loses. Grease beneath our fingernails, no silver in our pockets, just a mountain of dues. Still we stand tall when the night train wails with pride in our hearts and the working man blues. Sheriff Boone arrived around 3:30 with company men and a warning to leave. The mill owner came in a charcoal coat, so get back to work or you all can go. Ruby May brought coffee in paper cups. Johnny Black came in his battered truck. Workers and neighbors gathered in the sun till the owner saw they stood as one. Joe climbed the crate with a shaking hand, said, "We ain't asking to own your land. We're asking for guards on the cutting line and 8 honest hours for an honest man's time." The owner looked at the faces below, at the wives and children standing row by row. He signed one page while the crowd stood near, safer machines and a little more pay. Yeah! Blow saxophone through the smoke and steam, give a time.
measured by what he can lose. Lee came running with a paper crown. Joe laughed and covered his eyes, because strong men break when the hard day dies. Outside the Chevrolet refused to start, but Johnny pulled up with a second-hand part. The neighbors pushed while the engine coughed, and Joe felt richer than the mill owner was. I got grease beneath my fingernails, fire in my lungs and holes in my shoes. I helped carry this town on a tired back. Now the town remembers what a working man proves. Grease beneath my fingernails, a little more hope and the same old dues. I still come home when the night train wails, with love in my heart and the working man blues. Well, we got grease beneath our fingernails, steel in our hands and truth in our eyes. We don't need diamonds to know our worth. We build every road and roof in sight. Let the factory whistle carry the news. Neon counter stands when its workers stand, singing loud through the working man blues. 6 o'clock morning, the sky turned gold. Joe tied his boots like he'd always done. He kissed Annie, woke little Lee, then drove toward the factory. The furnace roared and the pay stayed small, but the guard shone bright on the cutting wall. Joe punched in while the night shift moved, with grease on his hands and nothing left.
Snapping red above a Saturday crowd. I carried in an empty case and held it like a light. By midnight I was due to blow with no brass at my side. They called me Lottie Green, best tanner in the county. I learned scales by the washroom while Mama counted change. My horn had pearl buttons, a crescent scratch below. Daddy bought it bid in Memphis before the mill laid him low. The Starlight Kings from Dover came to take our weekend stand. Benny Voss wore diamonds on his pale left hand. He grinned, a girl can sing the soft ones, but she cannot lead the floor. Ruby May said, save your talking, let the backbeat keep the score. I reached down for my saxophone, the velvet cradle lay bare. One key lay shining where my father's tenor roared. Blow, little horn, wherever you are, cry through the pawn shop glass. I got a song with a Saturday spark, and midnight's coming fast. They can lock the door, they can laugh at me, they can swear I'm through, but a tune that grew in a hungry house will find a way to break through. I searched the kitchen and the alley, every booth and Chevrolet. Miss Pearl came from the Blue Moon, Johnny checked each park sedan. Ruby questioned every hand, Benny tuned his polished tanner like he owned the band. Then my brother Ellis entered rain across the hardwood floor. He would not meet my eyes at first as he closed the service door. He said Mama's medicine ran empty and the druggist called again. He'd a pawn shop ticket down, stamp 940 Highway 9. $30 bought her breathing. I thought I'd get it back in time. Blow, little horn, wherever you are, cry through the pawn shop glass. I got a song with a Saturday spark, and midnight's coming fast. They can lock the door, they can laugh at me, they can swear I'm through, but a tune that grew in a hungry house will find a way to break through. I wanted to strike my brother, wanted to curse the roof away. That horn was on my father's
wins this time.
Sharp and pretty, proud and tall. I stood empty by the curtain, hearing Daddy's lesson plain. Brass is only breath made brighter, don't confuse the horn with pain. Old Amos Reed, the shoeshine man, rose slowly from his chair. He brought a dented baritone from underneath the stair. Played this beast in Kansas City till my lungs could take no more. She runs flat and weighs a wagon, but she knows a dancing floor. The low beast stuck halfway down. It was built for broader shoulders, not my second-hand blue gown. Then he laughed into his microphone, that scrap will bury you. I gripped the valves and answered, then dig the grave for two. Before the count, my brother stopped me. One more truth, he said. I heard what Daddy told us on the night he took to bed. A tool must serve the living, not be worshipped like a king. I knew you'd call me worthless, but Mama had to breathe. I looked across the empty case, then at Ruby's packed room. I could guard my father's relic or let his reason move on through. Ruby killed the lights but one, a blue bulb by the stage. The dancers formed a circle around the stage. Then it blew away bars of fire, quick as dice across the table. I answered low on Amos Monster, as steady as I was able. The stuck key groaned, the bell shook hard, the ceiling seemed to sway. I bent one note around his diamonds till his smile fell away. Then Ellis clapped the backbeat, every boot heel struck the floor. I quit trying to sound like Daddy and found what I was blowing for. Now roll horn with battered brass, wake every window pane. Turn that pawn shop ticket to a flag, turn worry into flame. Let Benny keep his polished gold tonight, these dents tell truth. A tune that grew in a hungry house can wear a different suit. Blow for the hands that trade their treasures, blow for the debts love pays. The thing we lose may change the music, but it does not end the phrase. The Starlight Kings drove home at sunrise. Ruby kept her Saturday. She split the take with Amos and paid the drug bill that day. On Monday we redeemed my tenner. The pearl keys caught the light. I gave Ellis back the pawn shop ticket and held him tight. Then I asked old Amos softly if his baritone had a name. He said no name, just dents and mileage. I said that's plenty all the same. Now when Ruby's floor gets crowded, two horns answer low and bright. One carries what my father left, one carries who I am tonight. Beyond the pines, no train has crossed those rusty lines. Midnight trembles, the church bell rings, and ghost train number 9 begins. Oh, Sam Carter worked the signal tower every lonely night till the morning hour. He knew each engine, bell, and wheel, every freight of cotton, coal, and steel. But the northern track had been dead 10 years since a summer wreck filled the town with tears. They pulled up signs and then they locked the gate. Still Sam heard a whistle at 8:15. Miss Pearl said, Sam, don't watch that line. Some things are right without keeping time. Ruby May crossed herself at the bar while Johnny Black stared toward the dark. Then a cold wind bent every sycamore tree and the tower lamp burning unnatural green. Sam saw black smoke when no fire shone and a silver train came rolling along. see him once before daylight, but every reunion demands a price. Sam thought of Henry at 17, laughing by the river in a shirt of green. He put one boot on the iron stair, then heard Miss Pearl shouting through the air. She ran from the diner with Henry's old chain, the one they had found after smoking rain. She cried, Sam, the dead may speak sweet and kind, but they never give back what they leave behind. Ghost train number 9, rolling through the dark outside of time. No ticket man and no warning sign, just broken hearts riding down that line. Ghost train number 9, its lanterns burn with a graveyard shine. When that black bell calls your name, don't climb aboard that midnight train. Sam stepped down as the whistle screamed, and every window filled with faces unseen. Workers from the mill, soldiers from war, children who had vanished years before. At the final window, Henry appeared, still 17 after all those years. He pressed one hand against the glass, and Sam heard his voice as the engine passed. Don't follow me, brother, your road ain't done. Mama needs flowers when winter comes. Tell Ruby the song she sang that night was the last one thing before the light. And under the bridge by Salvation Creek, there's something buried the town must seek. The train rolled north through the cypress black, while Henry whispered, don't call me back. Tremble, hit like a signal wire. Roll piano, low as a funeral fire. Cry saxophone through the midnight rain, like a lost man calling from a vanished train. At dawn, Sam gathered Johnny and Joe, took 2 shovels where the dark reeds grow. Under the bridge by concrete stone, they found a rusted box of company gold. Inside lay a paper signed and sealed, proof the old wreck had been concealed. The railroad boss had known the break was bad, but sent number 9 with every soul it had. Neon County read at every hidden page names of the dead and the company's shame. Ruby sang Henry's final song while church bells carried the truth along. They raised a marker beside the track with every name the night brought back. Sam laid Henry's chain beneath the sign and waited 1 year for number 9. Ghost train number 9, rolling through the dark outside of time. Now every lost name has a place to shine beside the rails of number 9. Ghost train number 9, no longer calling this heart of mine. When that black bell crosses the rain, we bow our heads for the midnight train. Ghost train number 9, carry the truth where the stars align. Take no living soul from the county line, just ride till morning number 9. Let the dead wheels roll, let the cold bell chime. Some wounds need truth more than they need time. Ghost train number 9, fade with the moon at the edge of dawn. Sam still works in the signal tower, but leaves one lantern burning every hour. On summer nights when the pines lean low, a silver engine moves through the glow. No door swings wide, no ticket bears a name, just Henry's shadow waving one last time from the final car of Ghost Train number 9. Ruby's piano kicked at 7, every window shook in time. I was Mabel Quinn the tuner, by midnight one of us would own the county's Saturday line. My father sold upright pianos from a narrow shop on Main. When the mill cut wages in the winter, folks stopped buying songs again. The roof leaked over Middle C, the landlord marked the door. Hey, by Monday, Mabel Quinn, oh, this shop is yours no more. Ruby made a public offer when
in the boogie trial tonight. And I'll hire you through December, cash each week and meals besides. Then Clyde roll from Baton County, rolled in wearing patent shoes. He bowed above the keyboard, little lady learned to lose. I cracked my knuckles, smiled politely. 88 keys stood between us and the red dew Monday night. Let the left hand roll like thunder, let the right hand strike a spark. Make those 88 keys holler till they wake the county dog. You can brag beneath the neon, you can dress your pride in white, but the piano picks the winner when the room gets hot tonight. Clyde played fast as freight wheels, clean as chrome along the hood. Every run felt bright and easy, every dancer understood. I answered with a low-down shuffle Daddy taught me before school. Don't chase every fancy note, make the simple one sound true. Then young Frankie Dawson climbed the rail beside the stage. He leaned too far to catch a nickel, speaker box began to sway. I pulled him from the corner, caught the cabinet with my hand. Wood came down across my fingers, pain shot hot beneath the band. My right thumb swelled like thunder, Ruby whispered, call it done. Clyde adjusted both his cufflinks, looks like I have won. Let the left hand roll like thunder, let the right hand strike a spark. Make those 88 keys holler till they wake the county dog. You can brag beneath the neon, you can dress your pride in white, but the piano picks the winner when the room gets hot tonight. I wrapped my thumb in barroom linen, tried a chord and lost the top. Every bright note turned to fire, still the landlord's paper knock. Daddy sat beside the back wall, breathing shallow, looking small. His hands had stiffened years ago, he could not play at all. He said, Mabel, save your fingers, wooden plaster, come and go. I said, this shop held mama singing, it is more than boards, you know. Clyde heard every word between us, then he looked away too long. Bass walked low across the floorboard, snare brush dry against the beat. Clyde played 40 bars of lightning, my left hand found a heartbeat in an old 12-bar I knew. I played bass notes with my good hand, heavy, spare, and mean. Ruby slapped a bottle rhythm, Frankie struck a tambourine. Miss Pearl tapped spoons together, Johnny drummed the window frame. The whole room built the treble, I could not give the same. Clyde stopped smiling at the dancers, for they shouted on my breaks. Then he rose from his piano, crossed the stage in 8 long strides, sat beside me at the high end. Move over, Quinn, you hold the bottom like a river, I'll put the lightning in. We should have been sworn rivals, fighting for one narrow chair. But Clyde said, I know eviction, I have slept behind a fair. My patent shoes are rented, and my smile is mostly nerve. Music fed me when no person thought a drifter worth a word. If I win by watching you break down, I have only one to pay. Let the owner choose us after he has heard what 2 can say. So I roll the bass like boxcars, he sent bright notes through the smoke. How 2 styles quit their arguing and learned how rafters shook. The landlord stood in Ruby's doorway, hat pulled low above his eyes. He came to measure my defeat, but the dancers passed a jar. Nickels, quarters, folded dollars clinked beneath the piano light. Frankie's mother dropped a 5 spot for the hand that saved him tonight.
started while we hammered one last chorus through the floor. Then she laid the rent before me and nailed her offer to the door. Let both left hands roll like thunder, let both the right hands strike the dark. Make those 88 keys holler, trade your pride to build the spark. There is room beneath the neon for two names upon the sign. A piano, pick no loser, it made Clyde's heart wrote me mine. Now the county comes on Saturdays for the fire we found that night, when the low notes held the treble and the high notes pulled it right. My farm healed crooked by October, the roof got patched before the snow. Clyde rented half the upstairs and taught the school kids what he knew. Daddy tuned while we played evenings on the glass hand painted letters, Quentin Lyrock's melodies. Sometimes Clyde still calls me Lil. I kick his bench and start the tune, then two pianos shake Main Street under one electric moon.
At 11:59 the tower blinked red above the pines. Rain scratched hard across the glass, static chewed the lines. I was Nora Lane on WNCR with coffee black as stone. The day man left at 10 o'clock, play the hits and read the news. Don't scare the farms with the weather talk, folks tune in to lose their blues. I spun a bright jump number, then the telephone lit amber. A woman whispered thin and distant, play lantern by the door. For Thomas Hale on County 12, he's coming home once more. I asked her name, the line went hollow, a dead track freight cried behind me. I found County 12 in Pencil Ready, cross Salvation Creek at Miller Bridge, where 3 folks once lay dead. Send a light through the radio, send it over rain and wire. Tell the wheels beyond the county line, there's water climbing higher. When the dark won't show the danger, let a human voice break through. Send a light through the radio, somebody's listening to you. At 12:15, the sheriff's office at the creek was running fast. Bridges sound, the deputy answered, that old warning's from the past. I read the sponsor's mattress bargain, but the amber phone kept glowing. The voice said he drives a Packard faded green with one dim light. There's a Greyhound close behind him, they won't see the turn tonight. I asked, where are you calling? She said the Mercy Room, where the wallpaper has roses and the clock won't pass high noon. The Mercy Rooms had no phones, yet her breath came shot with fear. Then the station owner called me, stick to music, Nora Lane. One wild tale can kill our license, do not air that voice again. Send a light through the radio, send it over rain and wire. Tell the wheels beyond the county line, there's water climbing high. When the dark won't show the danger, let a human voice break through. Send a light through the radio, somebody's listening to you. I found a clipping in the cabinet, brown with 20 years of dust. Local bride lost near Miller Bridge when the railing gave and crushed. Her name was Evelyn Carter, bound for Ruby's wedding floor. Thomas Hale had sworn to follow, but he never reached the shore. The picture showed a green old Packard, one headlamp cracked and white. My
pushed aside the sponsor copy, cut the record in this song. This is WNCR in Neon County. Drivers, listen, something's wrong. County 12 at Miller Crossing. Do not trust the southern span. Turn at Coles, a roadside chapel. Take the gravel road to Dam. The owner shouted through the phone line, "You are finished by daylight." I kept talking through the static, gave the warning twice that night. Then a man broke through the signal, voice unsteady, old and worn. "This is Thomas Hale in a green Packard. I've chased that bridge since morn. Every August when the rain comes, I drive where Evelyn drowned. I thought maybe if I crossed it, I could lay my sorrow down. But I heard a song request miss, then I saw the water rise. There's a bus behind me turning, 30 souls will stay alive." I asked Thomas, "Did you hear her? Did she call your name once more?" He said, "No, ma'am, only your voice, like a lantern by the door." At 103, the bridge went under, steel rails twisted in the flood. The Greyhound waited by the chapel, white walls buried deep in mud. Thomas stopped beside the church, his forehead on the wheel. You cannot change the rain behind you or pull the lost back to the shore, but you can turn the living from it when the water starts to roar. We sent a light through the radio, sent it over rain and wire. Turned the wheels before the county bridge went down beneath the mire. When the dark concealed the danger, one lost woman guided through. We sent a light through the radio, and the living listened to. Let the owner call me reckless, let the sponsor say we're through. I would lose 100 stations to save one road crew. At sunrise, Miss Pearl brought coffee. The Greyhound filled the lot. 30 strangers stood there shaking, thankful they had turned. Thomas left the wedding picture on the console by my chair. Evelyn wore a roadside daisy, rain painted silver in her hair. The owner came to fire me. The county filled the hall. Farmers, drivers, mill hands, preachers. He could not dismiss us all. Now each storm I read the water, and that amber lamp shines through. When no call, when coming through. At 103, the bridge went under, steel rails twisted in the flood. Grain grid above the pines, rain scratched hard across the glass. Static chewed the lines. I was Nora Lane on WNCR, with coffee black as storm. The date man left at 10 o'clock, play the hits and read the news. Don't scare the farms with the weather talk, folks tune in to lose their blues. I spun a bright, jumped a number, then the telephone lit amber. A woman whispered thin and distant, play lantern by the door. For Thomas Hale on County 12, he's coming home once more. I asked her name, the line went hollow, a dead track freight cried behind me. I found County 12 in pencil red, it crossed Salvation Creek at Miller Bridge, where 3 folks once lay dead.
It's time to go. Blue lights awaken at the courthouse gate. County line waiting, but the law won't wait. Johnny worked all day at the motor stand with oil on his shirt and a wrench in his hand. Just before midnight, Lucille came fast. against her side. Behind them, courthouse bells rang, then a shotgun cracked and the night road sang. Boone's black Ford came over the hill with two hard deputies trained to kill. Johnny hit the gas, Lucille held tight, and Neon County disappeared through the night. It was a county line run with a law behind and no morning sun. One bad tire and a smoking gun, two scared hearts on a county line run. Let the engine howl, let the white lines fly. We ain't stopping till the old stars die. Freedom waits where the road comes undone at the end of a county line run. They passed Mercy Motel at 1:45 where the vacancy sign blinked red as blood. Ruby stood outside with a lantern raised, pointed toward the bridge through the river haze. Johnny cut left by the cotton field while Boone's Ford screamed and refused to yield. Lucille said, "There's a road by the mill, but the bridge washed out beyond Dead Man's Hill." Johnny laughed once, though his hands went cold. "I've crossed worse things than a bridge that's old." The Chevrolet bounced through mud and stone while the radio preached about dying alone. Lucille opened the ledger under dashboard light, bribes from gamblers, widows, and factory night. Every page held a family's pain, every signature carried Boone's name. The rear tire shook, the engine ran hot, a deputy fired and shattered the clock. Johnny yelled down as the glass took flight, then the river bridge rose in the headlights. County line run, hear the engine cry, one bad tire beneath the blackened sky. No turning back and no place to hide, just Johnny and Lucille on the county line. Salvation Creek. Johnny drove slow for a breath or two, then Boone came close and the bullets flew. Lucille grabbed the wheel when Johnny bled, a silver line opened above his head. She pushed his hand down against the seat, said, "Stay with me till we cross this creek." Halfway over, the rear tire blew, the Chevrolet spun and the bridge moved. Wood snapped loud beneath the rain, but Johnny found first gear again. They reached the far side as the bridge gave way. Boone hit the brakes, but the road turned clay. His black Ford slid toward the broken span, stopping 1 foot from the river's hand. Bite little guitar like a siren in the rain, roll piano roll like a runaway train, blow saxophone till the whole room knows a crooked badge ain't the way justice goes. They could have kept driving to another state, changed their names and outrun fate, but Johnny saw dawn on Lucille's face and knew running forever was another cage. He said the state police are 10 miles east. If we give them the book, this county breeze. Johnny turned the wheel with his blood soaked hand, then let's make Boone answer where people stand. At the state line station, troopers came, read the first page and called Boone's name. By sunrise, warrants crossed the wire, and every hidden record fed the fire. Ruby brought witnesses, Pearl brought dates, Joe Mercer spoke at the courthouse gates. Even Cadillac Ray sent word from the west. Boone took more than he ever confessed. It was a county line run with the law behind and the rising sun. One blown tire, but the truth had won at the end of a county line run. Let the church bells ring, let the headlines fly. No badge stands taller than an honest life. Freedom came when they turned, not run, at the end of a county line run. It was a county line run. Johnny and Lucille against everyone. They crossed that bridge with nowhere to hide, then carried the truth to the other side. The road may save you, the road may lie, the road can't teach you when to turn and fight. Neon County saw a new day begun at the end of a county line run. Boone lost his badge before the noon train came. The courthouse workers pulled down his name. Johnny wore a bandage and fixed his car. Lucille sang that evening at Ruby's bar. Above the crowd, beneath blue light, she held up the ledger for all in sight. Then the band struck hard and the whole room spun to the wild backbeat of a county land.
The clock above the counter says 2:15. Miss Pearl keeps pouring coffee like she always used to. The rain taps time on the window pane, and the jukebox starts whispering your name again. You left your lipstick on a chip white cup, said don't wait around, I ain't coming back. Then you crossed Main Street in the pouring rain, caught the last bus rolling southbound out of town. I sat there frozen with a nickel in my hand while Ruby's old record spun with the band. Every note sounded like the words you said, every drum beat shook the promises dead. Johnny Black came in with grease on his sleeve, said some women stay and some women leave. I told him love was a crooked game. He dropped one coin and played our song again. The whole room turned when the singer cried that low blue line about a last goodbye. I tried to laugh, but my voice came thin because the jukebox knew where you had been. It knows the night we met beneath the neon glow. It knows the lies we told and the roads we never go. I can't unplug the wall, I can break every chain, but that old machine keeps calling your name. The jukebox knows your name. It plays it slow and low. Every record turns a knife a little deeper as it goes. I can drown you in coffee, I can hide you in the rain, but every song in Neon County brings you back to me again. The jukebox knows your name, and it won't let me forget. It keeps spinning all the words I ain't forgiven yet. At 3 o'clock the truckers cleared the room, leaving cigarette smoke and cheap perfume. Sheriff Boone tipped his hat and paid his due, then asked Miss Pearl if she had heard from you.